no to education. Say no to education. Selling your property. Selling your property. A million. A million. A million. Surveyor. Out. People pretend to protect the legacy of Nigeria Johnson, but they are yet to protect the legacy of the same. Pretend to protect the legacy of Nigeria Johnson, they are yet to protect the same. Amanda, 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 Amanda,
Okay. 1 minute. Members of the press, members of the OST students body, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The concerned students of the PYJ Polytechnic University, FPRC Zone 7, Ghana City, Nima County, for immediate release. October 2nd, 2025. The concerned students of the PYJ Polytechnic University wish to inform the students' body, elders, Nima caucus, citizens of Nima County, and the general public of Liberia that we have been reliably informed that the properties of PYJ Polytechnic University, the proprietors of the PYJ Polytechnic University, Mrs. Amira Badi Ada Johnson, has allegedly sold the institution to a group, Republic from the United States of America, for the amount of $8 million United States dollars.
We have another tendency. We have another tendency. We have another tendency. $8 million. Selling your property. Selling your property. Surveyor. We, the citizens of Nima County, will not be living for the property to be sold. Amanda, 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 Amanda.
$8 million United States dollars, just a figure that an individual can consume within a split of second, provided if there is no care. Setting a gigantic institution like this that can transform the life of the young people in Nima County and Liberia at large, just for a pocket change, $8 million United States dollars, that are confused with the students today. These actions have left the entire students' population in frustration, sadness, and uncertainty, as we are not contacted nor our academic interests and future considered. Since the passing of Senator Prince Yomi Johnson, the proprietors has failed to engage students and the administration on critical matters of the university. Shockingly, she now intends to appear on the campus alongside the alleged buyers to begin surveying the campus or compound without addressing the plight of the students. Something that is done overnight and we consider to be criminal attitudes.
Your children cry, oh, papi, oh. Your children cry, oh, papi, oh. You better wake up, you better wake up, you better wake up, oh, Nima cry, oh, papi, oh. Nima cry, oh, papi, oh. You better wake up, you better wake up, Ayaga boyaga, want to go to school. Boyaga, ayaga boyaga, want to go to school. Boyaga, ayaga boyaga, boyaga.
We, the concerned students of the PYJ Polytechnic University, make it unequivocally clear that we are not against Mrs. Johnson selling her late husband's property. However, we demand that the administration, the board of trustees, and the proprietors provide us with our complete academic documents before any survey or transfer of the compound takes place.
We have invested so many resources into the education system. our parents so many things, the better ball to send out to the institution to say. Oh, we were sent to the institution to see how best we can acquire quality education to say. Amanda.
Our demands are based on the following concern. 1. We are uncertain whether after the sale, the facility will continue to operate as a university. 2. We have learned that the staff or staffers have not been paid, and the administration may not guarantee the safety of the safety and release of our academic documents or records. 3. Some of our comrades want to get their transfer letters or documents to attend different schools because of the university not opening now. Therefore, our documents should be signed by the Higher Commission on Education and be accepted by every university in the Republic of Liberia. 4. Most of our students were left with 2.5 semesters to graduate since the university cannot be reopened and it is sold. We indeed ask for our document to have it in our possession. 5. We, the students of this institution, must be paid back our resources or money that have been invested for 2022 to 2024. Again, we, the students of this institution, should be repaid our money or finance that have been invested from 2022 to 2024. Unanswered questions to the public. Elders of Nima County, Nima Caucus, VP Honorable Jeremiah Kpankun, Honorable Senator Samuel Gongwe-Koga, and the government of the Republic of Liberia. What becomes of our resources invested in the institution as a students? Will the students' document be accepted for transfer to any institution? Therefore, we demand that our documents be placed in our possession before Mrs. Johnson proceed with a personal transaction, because her future intention remains unclear to us as a student of the institution. If our demand is not met, again, if our demand is not met as student of the PYJ Polytechnic University, considering the repeated disregard and poor treatment students have suffered in the past, the concerned student of the PYJ Polytechnic University will be left with no option but to take an unspecified action.
Oh, we are doing this because we want to go to school. We doing this because we are eager for education. Just say, Amanda. You will get it. 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 Sustain.
At this critical point of time, we, the concerned students of the PYJ Polytechnic University, are calling on the government of Liberia to immediately questions the administration of the PYJ Polytechnic University and the proprietors, Mrs. Johnson, to give a clear and transparent account of the $50,000 United States dollars that were received from the government of Liberia as subsidy in the account of the PYJ Polytechnic University, along with an additional $30,000 that were received as a second payment in the account of the PYJ Polytechnic University. Again, in LRD, the university received $6,721,900 that were deposited as a subsidy in the account of the PYJ Polytechnic University.
Corruption.
With all of these figures that have been placed in the account of the university, Mr. Johnson is probably coming out to tell us that there is no finance to run the institution. That's a square and a blatant lie. We call it Zeke Blake. And we will not accept that until we students can obtain our document from the institution and also be compensated with a amount that will be able to take us to another university.
Oh, we are doing this because we want to learn. We are doing this because we want to get our degree. Amanda.
Furthermore, we are urging the government of Liberia through the National Commission on Higher Education to launch a full-scale investigation into the current closure of the PYJ Polytechnic University and the administration continuous failure to reopen or to legitimate concern of the students, to respond to legitimate concern of the students. Finally, we call all students of the PYJ Polytechnic University to assemble on campus on Friday to demand for our documents and to resist any other activities by the proprietors and the administration that seek to jeopardize our education or our future that we have fought for over 2-3 years, and now we are yet to obtain what we're supposed to obtain. So Friday tomorrow is a time or the date that has been set up that we're going to appear on the campus. Any other means that we can use, unspecified action by the students will be taken tomorrow. To the public, if we see any foot of a surveyor that will step in this compound without giving us our documents, our transfer letters, without having us to be compensated, we will chase you out of this campus. And we are saying it without fear. We are saying it without fear. We are saying it without fear. It is disgraceful and ungrateful to notice that materials have been taken from the university compound. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, people broke into the cafeteria of the university and took material. Today, we are yet to get information on that. And then we have been informed that a communication has been placed or laid to also open the university and have some material transfer. And today we demand, we say nobody will open the university campus and take any material from there because our document is in there. We don't know whether it is our document that they are wanting to take. We don't know whether it is our materials for the university. As long as the university remain closed after the death of Senator Johnson and they do not want to open the university, the only way that we will accept that the university be open is when they are ready to prepare or to give our transfer letter, our document that will guarantee and also accepted and signed by the Higher Commission on Higher Education and by all universities in the Republic of Liberia that yes, we are students, we can attend any other university. That will be the only way that any other person will carry on any other action on this campus in this week. If not, we have unspecified action as a students. We have unspecified action as a students. So this is a caveat. This is a caveat to the public. This is also a caveat to every one of you people who are under the signs of our voices this afternoon to let you know that this is what unfolding on the PYJ Polytechnic University campus. And this document was drafted and signed by the student of the PYJ Polytechnic University. Thank you.
Your name?
My name is student Roland B. Yomi, the spokesperson of the concerned student of the PYJ Polytechnic University.
Yes, Franklin Delocque is my name.
And so, good evening, folks. Welcome this evening to BKS TV and welcome to the Hit Hour program here on BKS TV. Today, our guest on the show will be Mr. Roland B. Yomi. Roland B. Yomi is the spokesperson for the concerned students at the PYJ Polytechnic University. Roland will be our guest here tonight. We're going to be asking him what is prompting their decision to, demand for these things when quote unquote, they said that the proprietors want to sell the campus. We don't know, but Roland will be telling us much more about it here tonight on the show. So if you're just joining us, we ask you to stay with us and keep listening to the show here this evening. We are also really on Voice of BKS in Butua Town, Nema County. Roland is already in the back. We will go to Roland very shortly, but let's recognize a few of you that are watching the show here this evening. Emmanuel P. Dunn is watching us, and he say, so sad, very bad news. Matthew Bato Jr. is also watching the show this evening from Butua, Nema County. Matthew, welcome to the show. Robert W. Yan, he says, y'all go right entrance. Y'all go right entrance the same in other university. Okay. Leo Doazia is also watching. Junior Kwa is also watching. And Anthony Zewigon is also watching the show this evening from Duokis Quarter Community, Sanicole. Mr. Wigon, good evening and welcome to the show. So, my brother Roland, just please rejoin us. Let's start the conversation here this evening. Let's get to know what is prompting you guys' decision. You can rejoin us while the other panelists, we are with them to join. Good evening, Roland. How you doing this evening, my brother?
Yeah, good evening, and thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
This
Wow, Roland. So it's great having you on the show today. Apparently we will open the phone lines for people to call, but let's get to know your name, where you hail from, and then how long you've been in the PYJ University.
I'm not getting you. You are a bit break.
So I'm asking for the benefit of those that are watching us online, those are listening to us too via radio. Tell us your name, where you hail from in Nima, or if out of Nima too, and tell us how long you've been a student of the PYJ Polytechnic University.
Okay, so I'm a son of the soil. I'm a son. It's Roland B or me, and I hail from District 3. Started my primary education in District number 3 in Nima County, and I later on moved to Ganta to complete my secondary education, where I graduated from the John Wesley Pearson High School, and I also graduated from the John Wesley Pearson High School, like I said, and then but I spent most of my time in Ganta and also in and I started attending the PYJ Polytechnic University since 2022. For people that did entrance in that particular university in 2022. Junior, are you there?
Junior, you are muted. We are not getting you. Okay, so Roden, welcome. Do you have any of your peers in the struggle that need to join you? Because while we are with the host, I think you having internet issue. Roden, hello. Wow. Where's our host then? Okay, let me see how I can get on my computer to do this instead of the phone. Junior, are you okay? I think
Yeah, you hear?
the gas
You,
dropped.
yeah, you
Yeah,
hearing me
I'm
now?
hearing you now.
Okay,
Yes.
great, great, great. So I think he will rejoin us, but I played their press conference earlier, and it's a look. The guys are going through a lot. The guys are going through a lot. TK, imagine you entering school since 2022, and all of a sudden, due to some circumstances, the school closed, and since then, the school cannot reopen, and the students keep crying. Now, my only problem is in Nima, we got a lot of successful people who quote unquote claim to be the son of Prince Johnson. I will got different stand on this issue tonight, and I will go very, very high on those guys. Very high on them. Because if you and I know the only thing they will say on the public, or the only thing that they will say to the media is this is a personal property, we got nothing to do with it. But again, you have been with this person, may his soul rest in peace. The family knows you. You can go there to settle issue. But you will come and sit on media and say that's a personal property. We got no say inside it. When you know there are hundreds of students who their future depend on a university, it's sad, DK. It is sad. I mean, those of you who've been around
So
Prince Johnson,
so so my understanding, I'm not a follower of I haven't been a pro PYJ person, but I
Mhm.
have some relationship with a family. My cousin Daniel Way is married to PYJ niece, Noah Kemun, Martha
Mhm.
Johnson's daughter. And so I started knowing Noah since 1994 when we all moved to Ezra in the Cote d'Ivoire in Zongwe. So Noah and myself have been friends. Through me, she even got married to my cousin. So I know the family very well. But a lot been going on with that school. I hope that those affected will talk about it.
So Roland is back. Let's bring Roland on. I don't know whether Roland is having some network issue tonight, but yeah, Roland gets a network problem. He's facing some network problem. I don't know
So
why.
I told him earlier to go to Jackie, like we've been recommending to other people. But then when he and I spoke, he said there's this allegation that somebody is going to the campus to take document from there. So he wanted to be around the campus so that he will know whatever going on there. Taking off so he can rejoin. Other than that, just reading.
Yeah, I think you can recall him. Now, my only advice to him is he can't do anything there. Even if somebody going to take document, he got no right to stop the person. If he do anything violent, they will arrest him and put him in prison. So to avoid that, I think he should just let it be. Let him follow the requisite procedure.
Let me call him and see.
Yeah, please do that for us.
You will get it. Ah.
4 weeks. And then we make a follow-up. He told us that we were going to meet last Tuesday. After last Tuesday, we gave him additional weeks again to be added to that last Tuesday because he's a government official. So, and then, but when we make a follow-up now, we are not getting him. I placed a call to him. But unfortunately, last night we didn't get him. So they strongly believe and we understand that Friday they are coming here with the madam and the buyers to also come and do what they're supposed to do here.
During a recent by-election in Nimba, where Honorable Koga was contesting to be senator, unfortunately he was elected. The major campaign message was to maintain Senator Johnson's legacy. Do you feel betrayed by this message that they preached and the university still remains closed?
Thank you. For us, we are not politicians when it comes on the campus as a students. So we remain as a students, and we are discouraged because the university is not yet open. I cannot hold Senator Samuel Gomes Koga accountable. I hold Mr. Johnson accountable with all of this funding that are being into the account of the PYJ Polytechnic University and then still honor the.
Roland, welcome back, Chief. Are you hearing
Yeah,
us now?
thank you. But yeah, I'm getting you people are trying to change the network, but I sent somebody to get me a cat so that I can be able to change the network. That's why I'm sorry
Okay,
for
no,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
so
no problem. But
as soon
it's
as the
great having
person
you back.
comes, I'll be able to recharge on different network.
Okay, it's great having you back. So let's start a conversation from the beginning because your network was kind of tripping at first. You said where you hail
Yeah,
from and how long you've been at PYJ University.
yeah. My name is Roland B. Yomi, and I do hail from district number 3. And I started my primary education at the Kanha school in district number 3. And then later on, I moved to Uganda to complete my secondary education, where I graduated from the John Wesley Pearson High School. And I spent some times here after my graduation 2019, and then I went in Maserati to attend at the Star University. Unfortunate, I didn't complete the time again. I dropped because of some financial constraint. I came back in Nima County. 2022, we took the bold step to attend the PYJ Polytechnic University, where we were the first group of students that did entrance on that campus. So we started with the PYJ Polytechnic University in 2022.
Great. Now, which course were you doing at the PYJ Polytechnic University?
I'm reading information technology
Now, let's come
at
down to the bottom. Okay, let's come down to the bottom of this entire conversation. Recently, you guys held a meeting, your first public appearance. You guys held a meeting with Senator Koga. How did that meeting end?
All right. When we have the when we have the protests, we were called on the we were called by Senator Koga after he came on the campus that he want us to talk. He do not want us to read a petition on the campus, but we should rather go on a farm where we're going to have a discussion. And then we accepted as a students. We went on his farm. Or went on his farm. He talked to us and told us that, look, what is you people grievance? Tell me, and then we will find a common ground. And then we say, okay, we explain a lot of things that have been happening to us, how we have been treated by the administration and also by the proprietors of the institution. And then right away, he remains there and then he set up a committee. One of the committees was headed by Melvin Yedu. I think he works at the Nima University. And another committee was headed by Mr. Sumo, the president of the university, Mr. Barkley. And I think Humphrey might be part of one of the committee to also ask the madam to give the bank statement of the account according to what we have as a meeting that day. And then Melvin Yedu, a committee was to speak to the children of the late Senator Johnson as to what is still holding on, that the school has not yet been open. So, and then Senator Koga asked us that we should give him 3 weeks. In 3 weeks period, he will get back to us. At which time the committees that have been set up are also going through what they're supposed to do, and then they will reach out to us. We said, okay, no problem. We agree. We even shook hands. He advised us that we should stay away from protests and so. And then after the 3 weeks were given to us again, we came home. We were still in the chat room of our normal chat room, and then having some conversation, waiting for the 3 weeks to be exhausted. But unfortunately, after the 3 weeks got exhausted, we again gave additional 1 week. We gave additional 1 week to the senator because maybe because of the basic schedule, he might not be in a particular 3 weeks as a completed. We are not hearing from him. So I calmed the students down. I told them that let's give him additional 1 week because the students were reaching out to me that they are not getting him. In fact, they want to speak with him. So he should tell us. I said, no, look, he's one of the officials of our county. So when he asks us for time, let's be able to give him the time as well. So we gave him the 3 weeks. And then after we added that 1 week there, making it 4 weeks. So before after the 4 week ends, I did a communications to him that Honorable Senator, we are yet to hear from you. We are yet to hear from you. What is unfolding? So he gave our response that we should be able to meet on a Tuesday to discuss as well. So I sent that communication in our general chat room as a students. I sent a communication in our general chat room, and then students say, okay, but then that's good. So on Tuesday, we were expecting ourselves to meet with the senator. The first Tuesday passed, we didn't get communication from him because in your communication, he didn't outline the venue that we were going to meet on Tuesday. So we were like waiting so that he can tell us that Tuesday we will meet on my farm, or maybe Monday that we'll meet on my farm on Tuesday when I come in Nima County, or we'll meet on the school meet campus. So when the Tuesday passed, my colleagues got to me. I told them that let's give additional time. Let us not rush things. So the following Tuesday again, we didn't hear from him. I sent another communication via a WhatsApp line. He didn't respond to me. I followed another message again on a WhatsApp. There was no response. Last night I decided to call. When I called, the phone rang only one time, and then it was canceled. And then I make a follow again with another call again. It rang again. There was no answer. So from last night again, around 7 to 8, we received information that the university has allegedly been sold to a group. So when we received that information last night, but for the past 2 weeks, we have been hearing that information that there's a discussions on the round table about selling the university. So we as a student will say, if it is in our best interest, we'll be informed by the proprietors through the administration to know. So there were question posted in the chat room asking the administration if they are getting any information concerning the setting of the university to a group. The
Well,
administration didn't.
I beg you, before you continue, let me come in there to understand something. Is the proprietress in your group chat?
The proprietor has been added there for close to if I'm not making mistake, either 10 months.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so we started questioning the administration to give us credible information, and nobody could come out because the deans, so all the faculty staff of the institution are in our chat room. So none of them could reach out to us, none of them could give us information. So after 2 weeks later, we continue to hear that there are two persons. We will break the silence. There are two persons who are actually wanting this property. They say one is the government, according to our source. One is the government that wants to pay $2 million, and when they pay $2 million, they will use it as an annex to the Nima University. Because first we got the information that the school will be on Nima University, so we were very happy as a students. But what brought about the bad feeling and the discouragement was when Nima University was having their entrance, they didn't mention our institution as one of the facility to be used for entrance. So there were students were having concern that if this school will be placed on Nima University as an annex, then why is it that Nima University is giving an entrance in the 7 cities in Nima County, and then our school is not picked up as one of the facilities to administer the entrance? There where we started having concern. So, and then some of our colleagues went inside to ask other people. They said they are not getting any information. Nobody had told them something like that. So we went back in the chat room. We said the administration is misleading us. We are not getting actual information as to when the school is going to open. So they should stop what they're doing. They should give us information that we'll be able to base on. We talk in our chat room where the madam is. We talk. Nobody responded to us. We left it again. So last time when we were hit by the information that the school had been sold, and then the two persons who are into the business, one is the government, two is another group that is coming from America, that they want to get the school. And then we ask our source, why if when the government is taking the institution, how will they run the institution? They said the institution going to be honest to the Nima University. We say, okay, it's not bad. And then the second party that wants to get the institution, according to information, they are paying $8 million. When they were discussing that, they're paying $8 million. But when they pay the $8 million, they will break the statute of Senator Johnson statute down. They will change the school name. The school will no longer be the PYJ Polytechnic University. But when the government is taking the institution to pay $2 million, they're going to maintain the statute of Senator Johnson and also maintain the name of Senator Johnson. So in our logical mind, when we got that, we said, but then that's frustrating because we know the power of money and what it is. But if the proprietors, because we are not entitled to any properties that is owned by Senator Johnson, we are just a mere students. So if the proprietors is 100% in the interest of us as a students, she will choose the $2 million, or she will prefer taking the $2 million, and then how do you call it? Speaking to us and then giving all the time that school going to open as well. But instead of that, when she rejects the $8 million, that's going to be a good idea, because we do not want for the monument of Senator Johnson to be broken down. We do not want for the name of the schools to also be erased. So we were in the chat room until last night. We got information that the school has been allegedly sold to a group for America for $8 million. For $8 million. And according to our sources, $4 million have been released. I think $4 or $6 million have been released. So now, the last thing that is to be done for the negotiation to complete is to kind of view the campus, to do a demarcation, because the campus comprises of the home of the late senator. So to show where the university starts from and where the person who purchasing the university is going to stop. So, but we got the information that the student center is part of the process. The me building that we're using as a classes is also part of it. The cafeteria is also part of it, and the They newly built dormitory is part of it. The modern basketball court is also part of it, and the radio station is also part of it. It's part of the due of the $8 million. So last night we were discouraged. Student was confused in the chat room. I can even send you some of the crying from our chat room as well. So students started calling me last night. I didn't sleep up to 2 o'clock this morning. What is our next plan? We decided to call on other stakeholders, but we didn't get some of them. So we said, okay, but the second that is the case, we're going to give a press statement to the public to let them know that this is what's happening and it shouldn't be done. And if it is done, we as students, we are not entitled to any property of Senator Johnson, but to demand that we receive our document from the institution before the institution be sold to another person, because the person who will buy that institution or the person who is making negotiation for that institution, we don't know their intent. If that institution is bought by them, whether they're going to use that institution for university purpose, we don't know. Whether they're going to open a club, we don't know. Whether it's going to be a bar, we don't know. Whether it's going to be a hotel, we don't know. So for us not to cry in the future, let our document be in our possession. The person who will purchase the institution, when the person decide or when the person agree to open that institution as an educational ground, will be able to go back to that school and start on the footing that will stop on. That's what led us to we went on the campus to release our press statement. Unfortunately, again, when we got on the campus to release our press statement, we got information that about 1 week ago, that a new group of people bug around. They stood the cafeteria and took some materials away. And then when we reached on the campus again, the madam, the late Senator Webb's sister, sent somebody on the campus, a board on the campus, that he should open the main entrance of the university to have some things then taken and carried down to the halls of the late senators. So when the boy came, some of my colleagues asked why he came for. He said, "Oh, I came to check to open the place because my auntie said we should be holding some of the things then down there." Then I said, "Why?" He said, "But I don't know that what they sent me for." I said, "Tell your auntie that will not remain here, that this place be open, because maybe you people will temper with our document. At the end of the day, will be crying wolf cry. So we will not agree. Once our document stay in here, the only person that is allowed to open this door is the administration. When the president comes, we allow it. When the dean comes, we allow it. When the final officers comes, we allow it. But nobody, even the security, is not allowed to open the place today, because we don't know the next thing that is going to happen. The cafeteria of Bogora, up to now, we are yet to get any information on that. But what more about the building? So tell your auntie that the student says that at that particular moment, we will not open our place. And then he left, he went. So we left on the campus. People ask a question. We left on the campus. There's a group that came from district, I think district 7 and district 5. They were women and men. They came on the campus, according to them, they came on the campus to clean the campus. So when they got on the campus, we asked them, what is the reason you people on the campus? They said they came on the campus to clean the place because Senator Johnson was their godfather. We said, okay, but then it is alleged that this school has been sold for $8 million. The lady said, no, my son, I can't believe that information that you gave me. I said, okay, well, we are informed that tomorrow the madam is coming with a buyer, so you can sleep there. Then tomorrow we all will be watchmen to see what's going to happen on the campus there tomorrow. Now she said, but then you people shouldn't say that it happened. We said, we will not say that it happened. I actually gave her $5 USD. We said, okay, we'll keep this and then we'll continue to be on the campus here until we can get redressed to our problem. So that's after everything, we spent some time, we left on the campus, we came. Unfortunately, again, we got the information that the madam sister, she started boasting that she going to open the university campus tonight and haul some stuff from inside. So I went back on the campus after Spoon sent other people to interview. I went back on the campus. I said, if the lady open the campus, the door of the university and have anything taken from the university, that's a criminal act. First of all, she's not part of the administration. She's not a staff of the university. Nobody should give her that permission to open, but we know that she have influence over the security here to say, open the university, or the madam will call the security and say, you're open the university and do, and then I will get some things and I will not allow it. So tonight we'll be on the campus to make sure that everything is intact, because they might like the temper of our document. At the end of the day, they might not give a document because maybe the person who is coming to purchase the school want to use the school for another purpose. We don't know. So when I said that we left, we agreed that we're going to go back on the campus. It's because of the interview tonight. That's the reason why I'm not yet going on the campus. But that's
Great.
the entire things that happened today, or that all
Thank
have
you.
been
Thank
happening.
you, Roland. Thank you for taking your time to be with us here tonight. Um, before we go any further, I want to say I'm in sympathy with you and every student attending our university. Let me put down the record in the first place. Now, the preparatress is in the university with you. I mean, in the group chat with you, and the president of the university is also there. A lot of folks of the staffers are in the group chat with you. Have you been reaching out to them? Because I listened to you, you just said Senator Koga, Senator Koga, Senator Koga, and Senator Koga is not part of the university.
Okay, thank you. That's where I want to. That's what when journalists asked me today, I told them that I don't want to stick. I don't want to speak so much about Senator Koga because he is not a staffer of the university, neither one of the administrators of the university. So our concern here is directly to the proprietors of the university. Imagine I personally added madam to the chat. I personally added madam to the chat room. I turned around, I agreed on 4 different times in the chat room to speak to us. The madam have not said hi. She had not even sent a thumbs up to her in the chat room since we added her. Imagine with all the things that we say in the chat room. She had not greeted any students, neither sent a thumbs up in the chat room to show that she's in the chat room. But yet then she sees all of our communication. She sees that students are crying every night and day in the chat room. But the frustrating part is that we left with like 2.5 years to graduate, my brother. Just 2.5 years because I'm a junior student. So junior 1, junior 2, senior 1, senior 2. Just 2.5 years to graduate. And then this thing is happening to us. So if she does not care about our concern, but what she cares for is to sell the university, to bring people, what we can put through is our documents from the university. Because the property is not for, we can't tell her that she shouldn't sell it. But that's what happened. But she's in the chat room. When we ask Mr. Sumo, the president of the university, Mr. Sumo, do not want to relate to us because he has not yet been given the authority. And what happened is that they have 3 different meetings with us. The last meeting I was here was with Dr. Munkeyo, the director of the I think the higher commission, the commission on higher education, Dr. Munkeyo. He's a board chair of the PYJ Polytechnic University. He was the last person who came on the campus and told us that we should give him 4 months, which is 1 semester. We should give him 4 months. We didn't hesitate. We gave that 4 months, and the 4 months collapsed in August. Today, nobody had come on the campus to even have meeting with us, neither the madam. The first protest that we were discussing, we called the madam through a PRO. The madam told me on the phone that, Roland, I am not coming to Nima County. I said, madam, students want to protest. He said, I am not coming to Nima County. The school, I don't got funding to open the school. I waiting on the VP for the VP to come. Then he myself will talk. I said, madam, every day and night you wait on the VP. The only thing that the administration can tell us is when the VP is outside of library, they can tell let the VP come in the country. But when the VP enter in the country, we don't hear any information from the administration. But the moment the VP make a step to get out of library, that's the time they will tell us that let's wait for the VP. So we tired with that information. If you're not able to come to Nima County to get your petition statement, then we will read the petition statement. We will give it to whosoever that will come for your petition statement. Yeah, where we are. So based on your question, they are there. They see all of our messages in the chat room. But we are not holding Senator Koga responsible for anything. Yes.
This also falls under the Ministry of Education. Like you said, the board chair is the current director of higher education in Liberia. Have you guys also tried to reach to the Minister of Education with your plight?
The petition statement that we prepare, we sent our copies to the DO. All the statement was received by Senator Koga to be distributed. He accepted everything on his farm that he going once a region, he has reached other people, he's going to distribute everything. So because of this impromptu survey and the view of the schools, that's what made us to come up with a press statement today. so that the public can be aware, so that we ourselves cannot be in limbo, should in case of anything. That's the reason. But we have been taking this step by step with all procedure measure in place. We have been taking this so that because we know we arrive at a point where people ask a critical question. Imagine December going to make up 1 year, 1 good year, sitting down, no schooling activities. So we have been in communication, in consultation with other people, asking them for help and so forth.
So now, taking you back to the quote unquote group from America who want to buy the university. If these people come on a round table with you students to say, we agreed to buy this university, it is true, but we'll maintain all of the names, we'll maintain the status of Senator Johnson, and we're going to run this institution as university. Will you guys agree to the applied and then stay in the institution?
We are 100% willing to go to school. That's the reason why we are still in the institution. So if they come up with that decision, something need to guarantee that statement, because the person who is coming to purchase that university, we don't know the intent of that person. Why if the person make that swimmer and tell, oh yeah, the same way the administration being school will open 1 week from now, 1 month from now, 3 months from now, the same way that they won't get to 4 months from now, then why if the person give her that same story and tell her that we will open school at so and so point of time, then out of the sudden we'll go low, it's guest house. So it will be frustrating. So if that information need to be guaranteed, or if we accept, they should also give our transfer document in our possession. When you open as a school, we'll come back. But when you're not open as a school, we'll just remain there instead of them playing for us for the second time or third, fourth, fifth time again.
Thank you. So we got great. Now, all of the panelists will ask you two questions. I see that you are on the phone. I think the students are
I come in before the panelists ask me questions. Let me provide the information, please. The university, when Senator Johnson was alive, the university received 50,000 subsidy from the government. These are questions that the government of Liberia need to ask the proprietors. The university received 50,000 USD as a subsidy, and the university also received 30,000 USD as a subsidy, the second payment. The last payment that was done was $6,721,900. If the president can prove me wrong, the president is aware that the Wunkeyo is aware of these figures that I'm calling here tonight. They are aware of this particular money. They know the account that this money went into. The first payment was 50,000 USD. The second one was 30,000 USD, but it was given, they received it in LRD, but it was calculated. The last one that was sent was 6,721,900. I still stand to be corrected. It's in our press release. All of these monies were received in the account of the university. It was not used. Neither the president can tell us that it was used, because when the president tells us that it was used, we were asking which part of the building that he used that money. Even if the proprietor tell us that it was used, we'll ask her which part of the building that she used that money, because the school still remain the same. The computer lab still remain. We complain from the PA lab, it still remain the same. The physics lab still remain the same. So they can't tell us that they use that particular figure. Lastly, the university raised in that period, and the university had 30,000 USD in her account. But now, out of the sudden, the madam is telling us behind closed door, because she does not want to publicly say that there is no money in the account. But she's telling us behind closed door that there is no finance around the school. She's hoping and waiting on other people. That's the information I want to provide to the public. Let the government ask. Let them do a follow-up on the subsidy that was sent to the PYJ Polytechnic University. Let the university president, Mr. Martin Wasumo, tell the public, let him tell the government how that 50,000 was used. If he's signatory to the account, let him tell the government how that money was used, how they received the money. If they don't do it, then it means that they all of them coheres with somebody, and then they ate that particular funding that was sent to the institution there. Imagine that funding can open that institution for more than 5 years.
Thank you, Roland. Let's start with you, Shadrach. Ask your 2 questions. After you go to Madam Lorena, and after Madam Lorena, we go to Mr. Matheson, and we will try to call Dr. Wunkeyo tonight. Hopefully, he pick up his call to respond to this thing. But let's hear you, Shadrach.
Thank you, Junior. Let me say good evening to Senior Brother Matheson I've not seen for quite a while now. And also go even to the young man is still student. Your last name is Space One, but not seeing your last name, my brother.
My last name is Yomi. Roland
Oh,
B. Yomi.
Mr. Yami, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing good, but I'm not actually fine as a student.
I know how you got feeling, my man. It's something that no, we all saying the kind of thing at this time that no one expected for us to be saying it. Just yesterday, the woman left us and all the investment, the idea to bring education culture to the citizens, and we are talking about selling to different people. No, myself, I feel very discouraged with that kind of attitude. But yet, it's still a rumor. So one of my questions has to do with the source of your information that at least we can base on to do more research. How you guys got the information and what is your source of information as a guarantee that it is institution being sold?
All right, thank you. Our sources will not be exposed because we stay in the process to admit the fact our sources will not be exposed. If the madam can tell us that she's the one who is about to run the institution, it means that we are lying. But in few months' time, if you see different person taking over the institution, then it means that we are telling you the truth. If the president comes in the particular studio and tell us that the figure that have been called that they received this from the government, if I'm lying, then it means that all the things that we're doing, we are lying in the process. Our sources are giving all the information. We didn't even know how they got the 50,000, the this and that. But after everything, all information are forwarded to us by our sources. So we're not going to call the names. Please, for security reasons, we don't want to call the name so that they can face maybe harm in the future or somehow. So, but you people can do your background investigation. That's the negotiation that is on the table right now as we speak. They are gone 99%. The 1% are left is to bring those people on the campus.
Yeah, my follow-up question to that one before I ask my last question, because now in our society everything is politicized. So people do everything out of politics, and the woman being a public figure and build institution, even currently some speak up on the same platform, consider to be his personal achievement, XYZ. One may be saying that you guys are being used by some politicians to just politicize the institution, because it's closed, the woman death is affecting the institution opening. So if your sources are not to be disclosed, but then you come up with a press release, do you think that people think that they use you to be agent to just make things worse for those that are maybe left behind to manage the school?
All right, let me tell you. When I'm not used by any politician, and I will not be used by a politician. To be clear to you, when it comes to my school issues, I am one person who says this. When it comes to education, I don't play politics with it. You can be an opposition in build your school, I will attend it. You can be an imposition in build your school, I will attend it. I'm going there to learn. That's the reason. That's the mindset that some of us went to that school with. The next thing is that I entered into that school. I was not having beer, but today I have beer. I was not even having mustard, but today I have mustard. Some of our colleagues, they were not even having gray hair, they have gray hair. So you want to tell me that I will spend correct 3 years in that institution, then I still be playing politics with my life, my future, whereby now I will be called BSc holder or a degree holder. I don't think politics can make me to go that route. Because if I'm playing politics in the process and then the school remain closed, Mr. Johnson is not the one who's going to feed it. The lesson center is not the one who's going to feed it. Mr. Johnson children are not the one who's going to feed it. But me, I'm the one who's going to feed it most. So no politician is behind me. No politician is behind the students. We were warned that no politician should intimidate or no politician to even come on our ear to say, oh, we want to do this, we want to do that. Until you tell us that you want to open the school, say no problem, go use a way that you can open the school. But we're not associate ourselves with you and tell you, say, use a method, use the other method. No.
All right. For me, I love to take people by their word. I have no idea about your past activities. I'm not saying you're being used as pay agent. I said if and only if you said that you cannot disclose your sources of information that no informed you that the school being sold. Probably no perception from public would say maybe you've been used. That's what I said. But I'm not saying it's your decision to criticize everything. So my last question have to do with your engagement with Senator Okoga, who from the previous stage you guys went to him, for intervention, and he gave you guys his word that he's going to be to the how they call it, those who responsible running institution and also maybe the government. So before your press release today, or having getting your information about the school being sold, did you go back? Did you go back to Senator Koga or call upon him that indeed, oh Senator, we are hearing that school being sold? What becomes of our no status or our document within the institution? Did you go back to him to consult him or other stakeholder that he went to before coming waiting for adequate solution? Have you done that?
Yes, we have done that. I can clearly tell you that we have done that. Like I explained, I think that was the first point I started with today, a first question. We contacted Senator Koga. After he asked for 3 weeks, we gave him 4 weeks. He asked her that we should give him 3 weeks, but we make it full. So and then after we have made a week full, the following week he responded to my text. After I make a follow-up, he responded to my text that we should meet the next Tuesday. You understand? I think we spoke like on Friday or Saturday. He sent me a message on Friday or Saturday. He said we should meet the next Tuesday. So that particular week, after the ends, the new week, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday rather, we were thinking that he was going to respond to us. We didn't get a response. So that entire week passed. The following week, Tuesday, we were thinking that again that we were going to get a response from him. Monday, I started reaching out to him as to where the meeting going to be held. He didn't respond to the text message sent to him. Then last night now was the call that I placed to him. I started calling him last night. I said I called for the first time, the call was canceled. The second time when I called, the phone rang, there was no answer. So in that light, we've been reaching out to him, but I think he has been busy. He has not been responding to us.
Okay.
Thank you, Shadrach. Thank you for those questions. Let's go to you, Madam Lorena. Ask your 2 questions, and after you go to Mr. Matheson and DK Way.
Um, for me, I don't have a question per se because I don't know what about it that should be a question. He already said he cannot disclose the name of the person who told him the university is being sold. So it is at the it is a right of the the proprietress now, Mrs. Johnson, if she wants to sell the university according to the inheritance law of 2003 of Liberia. So we can now that shouldn't be a question. Why it hurts our heart as Nimbayan, that it might take take away the legacy and all those things. We cannot do anything else. But what I know about the university is that sometime in June and July of this year, Tata Wonkeye reached out to the vice president about the reopening of the school, and the vice president said he wanted to have a discussion with Mrs. Johnson, because though he is a political son to the late PYJ, but also he cannot dictate to her how to run the school or what should be done with the school. And they met, and it was agreed that the school will be called Nima University PYJ Campus, and it will be, like in Montreal, like how you get UL, you got our campus in Sinje, it will be like that. And the government will continue to give subject to the university. And in fact, he was even trying to see how he can lobby around other lawmakers to see that it will be increased. So about 3 weeks ago, what I also know is that um I think they were still finding it difficult because they might not needed to have agreed. They were just option, various recommendation he was making. And later she agreed about 3 weeks ago. But then I think was it yesterday? I think on Spoon updates afternoon I saw on Spoon that they say the university will be sold. So this tonight I reached out to one of the Johnson. I'm not going to call her name, and I asked her this question, and she said no, the university is. I don't know if except maybe an individual is trying to do that. But again, like I said, me as a person, it's a family issue and it's a inheritance issue. So there's not much I can say, but I just sympathize with our brother, our sister, our children at the university, and pray that they get a transcript so that they can be able to smoothly transition to another university or so. But the issue of setting the university is not any government thing, it's not any political party thing, because the 2003 inheritance law gave Mrs. Johnson the right to have 1/3 of the property. And she said, okay, I'm not saying they be now, you be living the building from one to another room. The law gave her that authority, especially so once the late PYJ didn't make a will. So I cannot say much about it. That's all I have to say. And I cannot ask Yomi also because why am I asking him? He just looking for a solution. They need getting a transcript to be able to go to another university smoothly so that they don't go start from, as freshman student again. That's what I would say for now.
Yeah, thank you. Not just a transcript. It should be because they will not just give a document from the university and then they say you'll go. It should also be signed and backed by the higher commission, the commission on higher education, so that every university in Liberia can accept us as a transfer students. Because if it is not done,
So
the
you know the
document will
meaning
just
of
be our.
transcript?
No, not every school can be accepted at that rolling point. Because when the school is not open, you just give transcript to people, you carry to other university, they will not accept it. They will not take it. They will say the school is no longer
Okay, so
functional.
I don't want to go a lot into this discussion for some reason because I sit in the office of that one carrier. But when I say transcript and they can go to other universities smoothly, I also said I said smoothly you can transition smoothly, so you should understand. And there's some things I would not want to say about this issue because so it can be like maybe what she quoting her boss man. So that's just what I would say. But I just hope that you get a transcript. If whoever wants to sell it, if it is true, I don't know about it. But if it is true, my hope is that you get a transcript that you can go to any university smoothly. That's what I said. So
Thank
just
you.
understand.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Honorable veteran Matheson N. Davis. I know the killing out cool now and making you your whole face change small. But let's hear you, Chief. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I haven't been on for the past time because I'm not well. I'm down with flu, but thank you for the past show that you hosted, and thank you for always being there to disseminate information to our listening audience. I think that's good. Mr. Yorbi, I just want to find out a couple of things from you. Prior to the death of Senator Johnson, was uh, BYJ University in section, or you have exhausted your semester on break and waiting for the commencement of new semester?
Prior to the death of Senator Johnson, we were in session. The weeks that Senator Johnson passed off in, it was the week that we named the hall after the late president of Togo. So it was
Meaning,
because of that.
meaning a semester was ongoing for which you've paid um uh tuition and fees for that
Yes,
did not come to an end.
it was ongoing. So let me briefly explain that part. It was ongoing, and then after Senator Johnson passed off, our final exam was extended now from November to December. But since we did our final exam, we are not yet getting grace leave for that particular semester that we did the final exam for. We're not yet getting grace leave, and we pay for everything.
You said you pay for everything, but the semester was ended and you were waiting your grade sheet. Just make it clear. I mean, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, the semester that you pay for ended and you were waiting for grade sheet for the commencement of another semester, right?
Yes.
All right, that's great. The second thing, have you any knowledge of the ownership of the school? And if yes, what your knowledge was like? Do you know the school to be an individual, privately owned sole proprietorship? And the add up to it would be, have you any information as to whether the the PYJ University student can transition between universities in Liberia? Because I know the universities in Liberia, there are some that they can't take transfer to another. Are you aware, or was there anything to tell that, or is there anything to tell that you are aware of that student of PYJ University can take transfer anytime, any day to University of Liberia, to United Methodist University, to Cotton University, to uh, Zion, and all the other institutions of higher learning in Liberia?
We were told by two high profile staff of the university. The first one was one Dada Aziz. That was an Indian man that was brought in by Senator Johnson. He was heading the Science College. Dada Aziz told us that the school will accept transfer, and also the school will give a transfer letter. And the second person who told us again was Mr. Martin Wasumo, the president of the university.
That's different thing. The school will get transfer letter and accept transfer letter is quite different when it comes to the question I'm asking. Have any of your students from the PYJ University, during the course of your study there, have you seen, or did you see any one of your students maybe take a transfer point from there straight to University of Liberia and was accepted? Apart from somebody saying we can get transfer letter and accept transfer letter, they could get transfer letter, to CPRES in Banga. They could also accept CPRES. But when it comes to University of Liberia, Cotton University, United Methodist Episcopal University, the one on Benson Street, and all the top level university, has there, or have you any knowledge of PYJ University student taking transfer to any of those?
All right, I will not say yes, and then again I will not say no, because there are some of our students that went to how do you call it, to LRCC, and one of them said some courses were done and then it was accepted. So to come out and tell you say yes in totality, because I don't know whether he went to the admission office. I don't know how he got there. So I can tell you say yes in totality that it was done in that direction. But what he told me was he went to LRCC and then they accepted some courses, and then some courses were not accepted, and right now he at LRCC.
Yeah. So what's your knowledge about the ownership? Because that was one of the questions. What's the knowledge about the ownership of the school? Are you aware that the PYJ University is individually owned private university operating on a sole proprietorship, meaning the owner can wake up today and say, I said in my school, they will set it. Once you pay for a semester, you exhausted the semester, they give you the semester report card. I mean, basically, they have served you what you pay for.
All right, I know that the university is owned by it is a privately owned university. Myself, I know, because Senator Johnson told us in a meeting that the university is for him. He's the one who running the university, and it's for him, his family, his wealth as well. So I'm aware of that. And he even told us that that's the reason why he and wife are only signatory to the account of the institution, because the university was not having a separate account. So we were fully informed by him in a meeting that the university is owned by him. And because we asked him concerning if the university have an operational budget, he said he's signatory to the account, and he was signatory to the account. The president is not signatory to the account. So I'm aware that it is a private-owned university.
Can I say something, maybe like an advice to him before I give? Or I've exhausted my question anyway.
Yeah, you've exhausted your question, but I think Roland is here for a way forward. He's not here
Okay.
just for a talk show. So maybe you could give your advice before we go to TK.
All right. Roland, the reason for which I'm asking all of those questions is we've had a similar experience with the AMEU during the time Dr. Sloan was at the university, I mean, at the National Commission on Higher Education. Similar things happened. For them, the school arbitrarily increased fees, tuition and fees. The student insisted, then the management said, okay, we will close our school. That's our denominational school, we close it. So, and we have to, the president acts, we have to engage with the ownership of the school, and we have to create the need and then all sort of things, and we're able to establish an understanding that led to the reopening of the school for our students. And so when it comes to that, it's a bit tricky. So my advice to you will be, leave the politics out of your engagement, because what is happening to you is something that borders on your future as a young person and as a future of Liberia. So when you start to delve into government should investigate because government has given subsidy to the university, the whole thing about subsidy that government gave to various private, many of them faith-based and individually owned institutions in Liberia, uh, it's a whole different politics by itself. I don't see any set of criteria for which the government of Liberia is giving subsidy to university or institution or even private high school in the country. So it has its different influencing factor. Leave that debate with the government of Liberia and the management of the PYJ University. What you should be concerned about is to make sure engage with the National Commission on Higher Education as well as the leadership of your country, so as to provide you a home. And once issue of that arises, then it becomes a national emergency. So to be treated under national emergency, you have to create a case, and you have to create a case with the relevant authority. They will say, okay, and the people say they don't have money to carry on the school, government can come in and say, okay, we'll provide all the money, including your profit and everything, because it's a business. And if the business is not generating the profit you think you want to generate, you cannot operate the business on a net loss. It will have an impact on your intention for which the business you establish the business. So government should be able to treat your case as a national emergency. I think that's one of the backgrounds where the establishment of community colleges in Liberia was being introduced or was being hatched by us at the time, working at the National Commission on Higher Education, because we found out that Monrovia was crowded. Number one, there were a lot of spring-term university and colleges with substandard, no quality instructors and things, but we could not just close those institutions down. Just coming out of war, students have this eagerness to learn, and they find themselves all over because the University of Liberia alone and all the little university could not, host the overpopulation of our youth in the country. So we have to create an avenue to establish a feeder university that will feed the state university, and that's where the community colleges came into existence. So you have to create a case, compelling case to make your issue a national emergency. And to do so, you must forget about the management of the university for time. Engage the national commission on higher education. Make sure exhaust that extensively. They will have to create the national emergency out of your case, and then they will sit down with other universities to argue your case. Even University of Liberia, they will argue your case to the University of Liberia. The PYJ is closed. We can't keep the students. They got to find a place to go. In that agreement, maybe some of the university will say, look, PYJ is not up to our standard, but for the fact that we want to solve this national emergency, we will take some of their credits and we'll disregard some of their credits. Or some of the university will say, okay, we'll take them by face value. Whatever status they will earn, they will transition. So those are some of the things. But if you delve into the politics, you will get yourself lost and your message diluted and confused, and you will not achieve. And by the time you know the university is sold, then a court action coming, lawyer to lawyer, it will not help you. Because the number of years it will take, you will be sitting down. And every second you sit down is an idle second to your age. Like I listen to you and I pity your condition. I'm in serious, empathy with you that when you enter at the time, you never had beard, no mustache, but now the beard is there. Any attempt from now, the beard will not only be there, but it will start to gray, and then you'll be a dropout. And you will not fit in the academic layers of our society, which will not be good for the future for your future individually and the future of Liberia. Concentrate your case to the rightful places. Commission on Higher Education is the first beginning point. You all leave from Morovia, go to that place on SD Cooper Road. Make sure that the one carrier should not come outside, stay there and respond to your problem. They know how to catch the leadership of the PYJ, university. A call from that one carrier.
But my person not stopping you. One guy is a boat chair.
That's what I'm saying. A call from one carrier will bring Mr. Johnson.
I just listening because he giving you advices, but that one guy is a chair on the board trustee of the PYJ Polytechnic University. He asked us to give 4 months.
That's what I'm saying. For me, I'm not even looking at him. I'm not looking at him in the direction of being the board chair. He supersedes tertiary institution matters in the country. And now his office is responsible for shaping the future of Liberia by policy development and policy administration when it comes to the higher education industry of our country. So he knows that he himself did that. He pitied your condition. But you got to make a compelling case now that he will not only pity, but he will start to solve your problem, because he can escalate it to a national emergency level. And at that level, solution will come. That's all I can tell you. Stay away from politics. If you go into politics, you dilute your whole advocacy. Thank you.
You wanted to respond?
I think I respond quite no anyway.
Yeah, TK, you come in.
Mr. Dan, thank you. I appreciate you a lot. And wherein you see is that letter have been served. Like I said, we didn't just work out to do anything. Even before the protest, we served letters. We did communications. Because we knew that question was going to come after this. Mr. Munkaya will have now to be the chairperson on the higher education. It's the same person who asked us that we should give him 4 months. The 4 months collapsed. Mr. Munkaya was called during the time of the protest. He said that he was coming to Nima County. Unfortunately, again, he didn't enter Nima County. I think yesterday I served Mr. Munkaya communication via a WhatsApp line. He didn't respond to the communication I sent to him. I tried calling him again, there was no response. So for us, just is saying because any things that happen, people will play politics with it. The moment they saw on campus when Sir Joseph said he wanted to speak to students, they saw on campus, they said, we don't want the first person I was accused that I don't want who carries Sir Joseph there. And when Sir Joseph said he not hear my voice people, apart from meeting with people at the campus, then I lie. Because that one person when it comes to my school business and politics not inside. So if anybody want to play the politics, is outside of what we're thinking right now. If the school open, whether they let it fight in the politics, we'll not get problem with that. Like we said, we are not entitled to Senator Johnson property. The madam has a right, or full right to sell the property. Our only complaint here is, and we thinking to what if that property is sold, then the person who buying that property does not open that school as a university, who will we cry to in the next few days for documents? Then now we do not have our great slave. These are questions. We do not have our great slave now. So if we don't say she shouldn't sell our property, if you check our press release is there. The next thing is the madam, we're not asking her as well, because why wanting us to talk about the subsidy that was given from the government is because she's telling us behind closed door that there is no money to run the school. So we told us that it be public. Maybe some of our sisters from Nimakande, our brother from Nimakande, who are in the diaspora, maybe the Nimakande let the little cocoa can invest something like $2 million. Saying, say no money in the institution. You understand? There when our question comes in, what becomes of those subsidy that were released? That was sent to the school. It is not politics. Because if you tell us that there is no money to run the school, and then you continue telling us behind closed door, then maybe we want to take another action to raise funding for the school. Then they will say, oh, that politics. Because that we have that mindset, because you've been telling us behind closed door, people advise us that we shouldn't do it. That will do it publicly that there is no funding to run the school. Then other people will understand and invest. But once it's not done publicly, then we students wake up and say we're going to raise funding to open the school. Why if she does not agree? Why if she say and they didn't tell you people that I will not having the funding to open the school? So these are concerns that we are faced with as a students. We didn't just wake up, we just do things, or politicians are not using. If you call all the politicians when they tell you say they know me, they must I can talk every day now for the school business, they are lying to you. Then they will be lying to you. That is show the conversation. My fight is I want to go to school. The next thing, anybody can buy that school I attend it. But as it stands now, the person who is buying the school, or even the person who is planning to buy the school, or people who want to open the school. Let's take, for example, now, put yourself in our shoe. Over 10 months, you are not having meeting with the administration. Over 10 months, you are not having meeting with the proprietors. Over 10 months, you are not having meeting with the board of trustees. How will you feel? And then you just sitting at home. Some of our colleagues are wheelbarrow rider now. They are motorcyclists. They've gone back in the interior. This is our frustration. Nobody is reaching out to us to tell us this is the actual problem that we are constrained with at the university has not yet open. It is because of funding. Then we will know, we'll cry on some of you people on the show here and tell us, can you people invest $1,000, $2,000? At the end of the day, we'll start going. But now up to now, we don't even know what's happening. That the university because the mother is not communicating with us. She's not meeting us as a students. The board of trustees is not meeting us. The administration is not meeting with us. Who is the next person that we're going to cry on? Is this Senator Koga, who is not even on the board of trustees, who is not administration part of the administration? He got a positive way to tell us that I'm not part of the school. Like we said, we can't blame Senator Koga, we can't blame VP Jeremiah Kun. Those people have to be blame the administration, the board of trustees, the proprietors. This is why we're calling on them, we're crying on them. Let them tell us what actually happening, that the school has not yet opened. Imagine that, like I said, you're taking into consideration. Tisama is making 1 year. 1 year is sitting there, you're not hearing from people. How you will feel? 1 year, you're sitting down, school closed, you're not hearing from any of the authority of the institution. How will you feel? You put yourself in our shoe. Today,
So thank you, Rhoda. Thank you, Rhoda.
On our campus, that boss said rap person. That boss said rap person to send himself to that school. That boss said rap person to cater to a family. That boy crying because he left with like 2 years to graduate. Watch somebody video, you will see when you enter the campus, you just been here and there, saw tear rolling from your eye. Take that kind of main condition. Somebody saying rap person in bucket. He's a criminal justice student selling rap pressing in pocket. to send himself to that school. Then 2 years just for him to graduate. Then the kind of situation happen. We now crown all the other people that they won't care what you're talking about. We should go in the office before you know that it's happening. When you send out a tell board trustee. So if
Thank you,
Roland.
Roland. Here is my point to you. Mine would not be question like the Marfosin said. It's a pity listening to you and with all the narrative. Sometimes when we say if people will say we're playing politics, I'll whip you. They say we're playing politics.
You whip out
People don't go to people don't go to institution because of the image. I think you guys went to that school because PYJ was their godfather, so you just went there. Oh yeah, we'll grab from PYJ school, it will be like that. That was wrong on your part. You went to a school, according to your information, the man told you said, I only me and my woman on a school account. Nobody. So the thing is, like in the case now, anything that happened to the both of them, you guys are going to face the same strategy that you guys are facing now. It's sad. It's sad for somebody to go to institution and say, waiting for me and my wife. Oh. Anything that happened here, you're leaving south and you're sorry you guys went there. Another sad part is that the people that PYJ made them. What can you that PYJ making? And they sit down there, they made legacy is dying. And student went to him out for 4 months. You both here for the institution. You sitting in the institution is dying. You don't care. Anyway, the man paycheck and come from the higher education, so you not care. But you both here, you know what? Who get into that higher education? They see men that build the school you're struggling about. Are the people who promoted him to that place. But you not care, he want for the man legacy to die. Then the other issue you guys are raising about whoever they sell the school to, and my brother, whoever they sell the school to, that's your business. So I get school now, and I want to sell it. Me and my woman want to sell it, or I don't living. My woman want to sell, and that's your business. The only thing you got praying for, the question my person asks is whether when you take transcript from this school, accepted across the country, other school will accept it from you. That should be your goal. Whether that the Philadelphia church or New Zealand or church from Bangladesh, it's not your business. And lastly, to be frank, if I'm in a family situation, government saying they will get 2 million or 2 point something, another group saying they get 8 million. Do be real now. 8 million and 2 million, we want to make sense to you. 2 million, 8 million, who makes sense? So this school have been closed for almost a year. Meaning the family realized that the government, they're playing politics with them. They're just playing delay tactics with them. So in our family situation now, I take the $8 million. The people can go build whatever thing that will carry PYJ need with 8 million in over 15 counties across Liberia. And forget about that drama that's taking place to that place. Lastly, I know the family been having crisis. I think some of the children have been accusing the madam. The madam have been struggling too. So the madam will always pray that to put certain things to bed so her name will not always be in the news for the wrong reason. So that situation you guys are in, Roden, my brother, that only that holy water in Jerusalem, they will baptize you in it. And when you come from in it, then it will survive. That thing, to me, the only solution to that school is to sell that school. Sell that school for plenty of money. And the woman that she give some of the money to the children, the children settle themselves and move around. That thing government telling you they will do it again. It will not work for you. It will not work for you for almost 1 year. It will not work. Don't listen to that thing, brother. Nima University, well, how much they giving Nima University in the first place? PYJ was getting all the money because he was using Nima as a political commodity. So he go and say, oh, I will support you, then they gain some money. He put it behind the institution.
Thank you,
Nima
DK.
University, right there, send a bill. The money they said they will get to that university, they're giving it to Nima University in the budget. Zero. Nima University is struggling. Then they want honest PYJ University and say they will do it. It made me advisor to the family now. If I know any of the family member now, sell that thing for that plenty of money they're talking about, move on with your life. You like it, you can build statue from the man all over the place. Take 8 million. That 2 million talking about a lie. They will not give you nothing. You pray when they get your transfer from that place, other schools will accept you. That's your only goal. But that
Thank you.
board of trustee, man, somebody that on a board of trustee telling you say you'll wait for 4 months. His children can wait for 4 months when they go to university. That man children can wait for 4 months when they go to university. And keep people children there. You the higher making decision person in a place and giving people children there 4 months. The children can go wait for 4 months to go to any university. And people sit down here, they want to do window dressing about that. And you guys, look, that demonstration that you got, I think you guys had to intensify that for people to listen to you. Other than that, dude, that thing will take you to 2 years. To be frank, if with everything you're explaining now, it's a pity. It's a pity. So nobody should lie to you. I think people telling you, say, oh, nobody will lie to you. If you have more means to mobilize people, don't do it in a violent means. Do it to call people attention to your cry. Other than that, 1 year waiting for will be 2 years, will be 3 years before you come to yourself. When election time coming, they do all kind of job thing to you and get you some kind of fake thing, and one the thing that will break down again. That university will not open until they sell it. No government will do nothing. Government want lie. All the people that are doing that, government will take all that lie. Government not even taking all LU direct to capital building there. Marshall opposite that they the judicial opposite that the capital building they can share the money opposite there. They're not doing it to LU, then I play that in Ganta. I'll take people 3 hours to go see it. They lying. Let the family say they play and eat the money. Y'all get your transfer and go look for different good school to go to.
Thank you.
Y'all
Thank you.
demonstrate peacefully. Mobilize people more. Y'all go demonstrate there and call government attention. They get your transcript. You'll find different place to go. That's who they will sell it. The family will make plenty of money and do different things with it. Government want lie to you. They will not do
Thank
nothing
you.
for you. That's how they been lying to LU and all the other schools in the country.
Thank you, DK. My brother Roland, I want to say thank you for appearing on the show tonight. At certain point in time, I've seen your physical morphology. Honestly, I pity your condition and every other student condition at university. But again, we'll stay here for our post analysis. But let's hear you finally. What could be your word to any government official listening to you now? What could be your word to them? Let's hear you in 2 minutes before you take leave of us. You are muted.
All right, thank you. Yeah, all right, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the panelists on the show. Even now, as you see, I got my eyes is even getting red right now because of the condition and even seeing some stuff. Because last night I cried until I don't even know the next step to take because it's kind of frustrating going to start from zero, or maybe your family again looking for another money. Some of us want not from rich family. So, but it's important. Sometimes it's a lesson people told us in the community years past that we're wasting our time. But be it based on the constraint I was facing more again when we drive on university, we came back in my kind of, but I would never expect it again for the second time, but be it, that's it. But the reason why you see all of these things, we having protests, we discussing, we having press statement, it never used to happen time pass. The reason why it happened is lack of communication. Let me be real, lack of communication. The madam is not talking to us. The how you call it? The administration is not talking to us. We're going to 1 year. So we left in limbo. We not say you shouldn't say your school, we not get one problem. Like I said, the students not questioning her why she said in what institution. The student not questioning the family. The only thing the students are saying is the document should be given and it should be signed by the Commission on Higher Education that those students can be accepted to any university in Liberia. That's our only cry right now that we are crying. Because If she communicating with us, she was going to come and say, "Oh, gentlemen, you are trying to do this." The school will remain. In fact, the person who buying the school, the person said they will run the school as a university. I know we human being. You understand? Oh, we human being. But since times past, there have been no such a communication. There have been no such. I mean, there have been nothing like that, like a meeting to even have with us. So it's similar something to us. Why if the person purchases the school at the end of the day, we not get problem? She sell a school for 1 million. This and that. The only thing I will want for now, I want to have in our possession is our little document that will pay for in our school. Let it be in our possession. If they see it necessary to sell the school, when they finish selling the school, they buy it. The person who buy the school say they want to open it as a university. When we see it importing again, so that we can be used, we will still go back there. When we not see it importing, we can go to other universities. Some of our colleagues still.
Yeah, I think Roland network is giving problem.
Meeting.
Mhm.
If she have meeting with all town pass and tell us, Roland, this or the rest of the students, I want to do this, you all please wait. And then after I done it, and then the person who want to do this, the person want to do XYZ, this is you people document that can leave the institution with level because we didn't sign contract. We were not tied to that university, my brother. The only thing we want, let that document come because that document, that university was accredited. Let that document come. The National Commission on Higher Education sign and say yes, we can be accepted because if not, so we'll be at least I can start from Sumo 1, Sumo 2, right? No problem. I'm a junior student. I can start from Sumo 2. I don't get a problem with that. But where you are going to start again from freshman, wow, another waste of time, waste of resources again. So there where our frustration.
Gia, can I just say
It
something
is
to
not that.
Roden before he leaves about and how you call it National Commission signing his document and what have you? Because maybe doing the post analysis, he might not be watching, he might not get that information. And I think he and his friend will need, I mean, his peers will need that information. So, Junior, even if you are graduated from PYJ or NU or LRCC or any university in Liberia, and you want attestation from how you call it, from NCHE, it is not your school, it's not the school that you graduated and pay that money. You have to go to Central Bank or LRA and pay that money. It's 30 United States dollars. So you pay that money and then in fact first you have to notarize a document and then you pay the money and then you come to NCHE and NCHE does its verification that you actually graduate from that school and then they prepare your attestation and then that the one can your sign your attestation and stamp it. So in the CV, if you got if you got a transcript or transcript is not a degree, if you got a transcript, the only thing that I want you can do is that you're going to, and you know that I want you is the by the death of Senator Johnson because he was the co-chair when Senator Johnson was the chair. So now he's the acting chair on the board of trustees. So that the one is just going to write an official communication attached to your how you call this thing, your transcript, so that you can be transferred. And I know for a fact that on most of your friends are in Stella Marie, most of your colleagues from the same school are in LRCC and they did not take entrance. So, but I know why some of you want to remain and graduate from PYJ Polytechnic, but I know those who went to those schools, they did not take entrance or fight. So the issue of the Matute, like my person said, so it sounds like like it's a different kind of thing. But if all you want is your transcript, I mean, I don't think you can even get kind of more for that. Please call the president to get our transcript, or doing a more different way. There are different ways you can do advocacy, and so the situation call for a different approach. So all advocacy is not always people will stand up and be doing all kind of things. You are a university student, so
Thank you.
so you should do it a more different way. So you can
Thank
go
you.
to any library and you will not take entrance. Just get your transcript.
Thank you, man. So Mr. Yomi, in 30 seconds, give us a parting comment. You are muted.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you people advices that have been given to us. We appreciate that and we're going to work with. But we still remain posted. Now, if maybe that the one can see necessary and ask the administration to say go and go get it material paper and give it to them, we'll still accept it. If they still keep meal and feed that maybe our voices can be heard, then that's it. But it is it. But we're calling upon well-meaning citizens to help in the process. It is not a dream to leave from the university, and it's not a dream to have a press conference. It's not a dream to be sitting at home. Our dream is to go to school to become future leader of the country. So we call on every one of them to help in the process to say, look, y'all get the children the people, let it leave. Send they say they want to go. Anybody can do it. Let them just call and tell us, y'all come for your people. So and so point of time, we're going to come and get our people who go to any university that are willing to accept us. There are some of our colleagues that are not being accepted. Just some of you don't know. Some of our colleagues have been rejected. Even one of our colleagues went to NU. They told him, say, they're not accepting letter from PYJ. Some of our colleagues are telling you, are giving reality. Some of them went to NU, they told in that team. So we don't know the next thing. So we're not coming pay our way from here to go moreover to tell that they won't care to get our people where you can remain there and just call the president of the university and say, get the children the paper. And because the president of the university worked directly under him as a president for the board of trustee. So if I gain car now, what becomes of some of my colleagues too, who we are being in the struggle that are not able to gain car to go again. So let him just call the president of the university and say, prepare the children document. I will sign it. That's just simple. We don't get one problem. They can do anything that want. They finish serving them when you see if they get that document, you see how one that come up with press conference, you call it. They should cut it. Because it means that's what we want. You can't get my grade slate for the last semester. How you expect me to go to different university? It means I'm going to carry my freshman, my sophomore grade slate. Why I'm supposed to be junior? At least maybe the university and say yes, let's accept this. So let them just do the needful thing and give our document.
Thank you.
We
Thank
don't
you,
problem with that. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I appreciate everyone.
Thank you. And folks, that was the voice of Roland B. Yomi, the spokesperson for the concerned students at the PYJ Polytechnic University. Now, there are so many factors surrounding this university thing and the entire discussion. Number one, I would want to start with the family. You know, when you see one person in the family leading and he or she not bringing anybody up to take after them tomorrow, especially a businessman, you're running a business and none of your children, you know, studying business or are with you in the business to see how the business is running. And when you shall leave tomorrow, that child will take over. Then we find ourselves in this kind of situation that is going on currently. What is happening is the man doesn't have any other administrative idea. The children too, they do not have any administrative idea. If they really has administrative idea, this thing would have been settled. The school would have been open. I know the madam is going through a lot. The husband passed off few months, the son too passed off. So that's a whole burden on her alone. Now, coming to the people who has been saying we will protect Senator Johnson's legacy, whether you like it or not. When Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn went for the burial of Senator Johnson, he stood there and said Senator Johnson will not rest. I mean, doing a campaign of Senator Koga in one of the towns that was in Campley, I believe. He said Senator Johnson will not rest until this is done. And when this is done, 2029, when it is done 2029, finally, Senator Johnson will go to rest. So do you think that Senator Johnson will go to rest with his university that he built? That he wanted to see students coming. He wanted to see the next future generation coming from Nima County. When that institution is closed, when you have all right that you can call the family to a meeting. We know this is a personal property. Yes, indeed. But you can call those people to a meeting. You can call them. It is saddening that the students will even go to call a press conference. It is sad enough that the students will go to call a press conference. And we will sit here and say this is a personal property. Yes, the mother can do anything she wants to do, but when it is about politics, we use his name. We go around and tell people this is the thing we're supposed to do before the old man can rest. And you think he will rest? But you got over 500 students in that university that are not attending. Let me give you an example. I came in runner 2023. I am a senior student graduating next year. 2023, I'm graduating next year, finishing my coursework early April. Early April, my coursework is finished. Somebody entered university 2022. They have not graduated. People who came in this 2022, somebody are senior student in doing a master's program. They have graduated with a bachelor's degree already. But we use the old man name. We go around. We seek sympathy from people to get us into position. Then when it comes to the real issue, we don't go there. We don't show face on the campus. We don't do it. Why would it take for a vice president to call? Why would it take for Dr. Munkaya to call? And you see the sad part about Dr. Munkaya recently went around and closed other universities. PYJ University was not closed because they said it was up to standard, it was okay. But the students are not going to school. The university is okay, it's up to standard, they got good staff, they got everything, but the students are not going to school. And he's on the board. He served on the board. Now, people, you're not looking to rolling direction. You're not looking to other people's direction. The students that are going to that school. No longer about Senator Johnson. This is about the students. The next thing we're going to start hearing is the ghetto is full. Because the students, they are disenchanted, they are feeling bad, they are going to take in substances, the ghetto is already full. Then we start facing problems. But again, I don't know whether you want to take the name of last person out of this. You want to say no, he doesn't have any part to play inside. But I think he got an entire fish to fry. Not even half of it, but the entire fish to fry. You run campaign recently, remember? You said the paper will not rest until you elect Koga. And when you elect Koga, 2029, he will not still rest again until you do another one. Then he will rest. Or see a university close.
I mean, lead a man in, man, because if on your day, why you want to support that kind of family thing? Lead a man.
No. DK, this is not about family. This is not about family. I beg you.
It's not really close, so why you be talking?
This is not about family.
The thing about when the moment they tell they call Kuni, your blood can be bloody. Yeah, your blood can be bloody. The Kuna your property, Kuna national property. That's your.
The message is not close. Do you talk? Do you talk?
Hey, you got ear for me. That's not close to that.
No, I don't hear about the father message. That's not support wrong. When the men student Ganta to the female, say we're protesting the dream legacy. What legacy is protecting?
You know what you're talking.
What legacy is protecting? Don't say that. The thing head is on us. The head is on us. Don't say that, Cedra.
Wait, have you what everybody here? You pass the family?
They don't have a brew property. The men student Ganta to the female Ganta.
With the school, but you said only it's a contract to know the view of where people know thing.
You can't control the view.
Shadrach, Chris are coming.
My man, don't mute me. All about today with you, my one. How are you?
No, I muted Chris first now before I could mute you. You will get your time to talk. I beg you.
Yeah, but you have to tell me. They want it over. Why would tell the thing?
Shadrach will give you time to talk. No matter how you want to say this thing, no matter how you want to say it, I believe that the students have full right to their transcript. They have full right to their letter of recommendation. They got all the rights they need. The mother can sell her property. My only point here is tomorrow you are the same group of people in the vice president's circle. You will go stand tomorrow, 2028, and start campaigning on the legacy of Senator Johnson. To say Senator Johnson wanted them to be this. But today, the students that are there, Senator Johnson didn't want them to be that way, right? Senator Johnson didn't want them to beat somebody. But when it is by the vice president, then all of us right here around, we say Senator Johnson said this, man. But the thousands of students that are going there, Senator Johnson didn't say anything about them. He said the school should be closed after his death, and no other person should step in because that's his personal property. This is sad. This is sad. I will stop here. Shadrach, let's give you the opportunity to have your 1 cent.
So if I want to run politics with him 15 times so I can run every blessing day. A logical and sound person will not refer to that situation. Anybody, no problem beside the Johnson family. Even Senator Koga himself have nothing to do. The problem not in his name. The only thing he can do as a leader of the country is to advise the Johnson family that you can do this way, you can do X, Y, Z. If the Johnson family feel know that what is given to them to run the school is not enough, they want to sell that school, that they are 100% right. Even the 5% got nothing to do with it. So you start personal lasting, because I'm probably that your personal lasting it because the person is 5%. He has no control over that situation. That's from an individual property, even according to the student himself. They have meeting with the old man. The old man said, there is me and my wife property. The account we are in there, the person we are in there, people who get no secretary to the account, nobody else. Even the board chair, the member of the board, the president, the secretary of the administration, none of them were the secretary to that account. Only the wife and the husband. And the husband died. And the wife see her fit to sell the school and say, I can't get the government can't do anything else. The government go arrange to say we want to run the school, but we'll get commission at so level she refuse, nothing you can do. So the vice president of the Republic now for vice president for PYJ school to say you will tell the government when they put it there as well. So you start making the thing almost like everything the vice president will take the country money and give it there. If you have issue with somebody, that be logical in discussing about no national issue. That people personal property. All people are thinking that y'all read about so partnership, about businesses in this country around the world. Nobody want to demand. I want to say, don't sell the school or sell the school or run the school this way. You don't know what is going to be that be going behind closed door. So you're just speaking out of assumption, personal issue in terms of politics. It made no logic for me to say that if I sitting there to run campaign on the old man legacy, but they come to school. Campaigning for no Koga for my legacy, it doesn't mean that when they do the woman say or school, she should say no. If I have money to start a woman to start a school, the only thing we pray for the children that are documented in our school to be given to them. Even the woman himself, does he have control over the school? No, he bought yet. You that's acting that was a second to comment. The woman said you were the boat here. That man was deputy. After the woman that visa acting at the boat here. Does he have control over the school? He had administrative decision to advise the administration on as well as he had a school run whatsoever. But when it comes to finance, you have no idea about that.
Can I ask you, Shadrach?
Go ahead.
Okay. Why do people make people?
You say what?
Gio.
Yes, sir.
Not go there. I'm not well. We got to go. You are there. You are. He said this, and everybody thought that. You're not making the professional.
Shadrach, thank you. I beg you. We almost.
No, I'm like, why don't you say?
No, I beg you because it was a long question. I beg you. So
I was answering. So you're starting about personal issue that's you're in politics. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Lorena. You are on form. We will maybe hold you there to go to Mr. Maverson if you're not available. Okay, Mr. Maverson, veteran Maverson, let's hear you, Chief.
All right. Thank you. Sometimes I feel sad when we try to personalize issue that borders on the future of our country. To say even the president of Liberia got nothing to do with it, the vice president got nothing to do with it, the the chairman on higher education got nothing to do with it, is troubling. Let's agree that the sole proprietorship is family owned and the family decides. So what happens to the students? Are they not Liberians? If 500 Liberians got issued, in countries we find ourselves just the interest of one citizen can take them to war. Then you got 500 plus or 1,000 plus young Liberians. When I said to Yomi, you gotta go to National Commission, I'm saying that because that's the beginning point of the authority on educational matter, especially tertiary education. And in my advice, I said you have to elevate the issue to a national emergency. It has to be. I bet you, let them go, and the PYJ administration, it's easy. Write out transcript and recommendation and give it to them. I know what I'm talking about because University of Liberia will not accept they will not accept them. Cardinal University will not accept them. Other universities will not accept them. Because one thing that has happened in the tertiary educational sector of our country, there has been no curriculum harmonization. That there will be a free transfer of students between higher education institutions. That one student will leave this school and go to this school, whether he or she is in a university that is in Bokonima, is able to say, okay, I'm going with my transfer to Cottington. That barrier is still there. National higher education policy has to break that barrier first and create that free flow. Now, the interest of the students going to school is not to start halfway and then you take transfer because the owner of the university has sold the university, you just go. They have gone there to acquire education backed by credentials. And they are in limbo. So the government, which is the people, must step in now. It's demanding. Government must step in. There got to be policy decision, creating emergency out of the situation. They say, yes, here we are. The property belongs to the Johnsons. They want to sell it. Can we compare them? No. But the students are Liberians. The government can do something. So every actor of the government, for me, I'm not looking at campaign discussion, no. But if you talk to the vice president himself, he knows that the government must do something for the students. I mean, that's the light of our discussion. The superintendent, those are leaders, national leaders in this kind of situation. You know, because this is an abnormal circumstance. In these kind of situations, there got to be national leadership decision that will help resolve the crisis and keep Liberians' interest. The Johnson family can be coerced, but what's about our citizens? What's about their academic interest? So I think it's sad. I wouldn't want to give him my own level of understanding and experience. I wouldn't want to be name calling what somebody has to do, what somebody is not doing. But my only appeal is to the authority of the country to step in and resolve this crisis. Let the students find themselves in school. It doesn't matter going to PYJ, but when it becomes national emergency, it means the authority of the country can come together. Maybe the president will make a declaration to the University of Liberia, absorb all the students, because that's a crisis. They will absorb them. But if you leave it and then tell PYJ administration, okay, then they transcript, let them go. Suppose they go, they reject them. It becomes another recipe of chaos. You have not solved the problem. So the leadership of higher education, the leadership of the country, the leadership of Liberia, and all well-meaning citizens should come together. The president should establish a think tank to be able to probe into the matter and derive a resolution that will be in the interest of the students, that will keep the students in school. Because if you educate
Well, you
them,
tell Lorena right there, and she's working with higher education.
if you educate them, you educate Liberia. Many of them are young ladies. Their biological clock is ticking. Will you keep them out of school and become pregnant and give birth to unwanted children who will not have support? Then you're compounding the criminal crisis in the country. You don't want to do that as national government. So let's put politics aside. Let's put our attachment and individual feelings aside. Look at the common good.
I keep saying I want to get put politics aside. You want I keep saying they get put politics aside.
No, but for me, I've always been objective. One thing I can tell you is, you know, the flower eaten before door year corner. So I look at issues from an objective point of view. Well, in Liberia, when you guys took over Georgia, took over, we were certain people whose name were carried that these people are intellectual. No matter what Georgia gave them, they will not survive. But again, they have us in the background, paying us a consultant and writing policy document. That's what we learn from. So I don't care. Their golf say good. I'm an international citizen. Don't go there. I can sit down here and apply to NAPA as an international citizen. I will work based on my qualification and what the substance that I can provide. So when I'm looking at issue, I look at it from an objective standpoint. It's true that it's true that I'm attached to the government of the day. I'm a unity party person. It's true that I'm one person who, if you say Waka is getting old, you say who to replace Waka today, I will tell you, I will stand up for you, I will work. You can't give me a job, I will come by here, I will work. I don't care. But let's put the right thing where the right thing belongs and start playing with children's interest based on our personal association of the name of the day. We're talking about Liberia. Those students are Liberians, those students are Liberians. You know, they pay tax, they stood online and elected the government to provide and protect their interest. So the government must work. So here, whoever, Senator Johnson family sell your property, but the president must make sure, the leadership must make sure and look into students' rights.
Who told us they sold the property? Who lying?
Well, it is
true. It's far from true. Nobody bought it by the property.
Yeah, my man, they will come to you. They will come to you. When they come to you, the information you get, you give it.
Yeah,
where you coming from?
You buy your bag, you bring your true house, so all the thing and you have it.
If they have not bought the property, then that's fine. If they have not bought the property, then that's fine. Then the government now should use the interest of the students to dialogue with the family that have the institution and make sure that there is a common understanding that will lead to the opening of the school. All the students want is to go to school. You can't say that and they'll be getting old, while your crowd are pursuing PhD, you're fighting for undergraduate, associate degree in the first place. That's not good. Governance is about the people. So the interest of the people must be served. So I say that to me, I empathize with the students, and I want to launch this as an open appeal. Every offices that I touch, they have representation on this show. Lorena is on a higher education institution. When I say y'all keep that one your office to keep on his office to. I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm not. Nobody knows me when it comes to have a history of violence. No, I'm talking about dialogue. Sit
That
with
woman
him
at
and talk,
Mayweather. That
and make
Mayweather
sure
George is
and
no
talk.
good.
Because once they elevate it to national emergency, then the demands can come in. And whoever you are, you're not above government. Government remains the supreme power that controls the land. We need to address the plight of the students. That's my closing comment.
Thank you so much, veteran. Lorena, I think you are free now. We'll keep Grace and Honorable Mark Bloom aside. After you go to DK, from DK we go to Grace. Then Mark will come in because Mark is quote unquote the son of Senator Johnson. So he will come to say something about his family tie. Let's hear you.
Yeah,
Now,
so
son of instability.
That Mayweather George, that woman knows she know anything about her education. Our school had not been so.
But Mark, the discussion is not the school is not so. The students are saying they are hearing rumors that they
if
might
Mark
not want
won't go ahead, he won't speak first, then go ahead and speak first.
I will speak first and speak last.
No,
The
no,
first thing
no,
is young.
no. Hold on, Mark.
It's too
Mark, hold
much
on.
credible.
Mark, hold on. It was Lorena time. One thing I want to make clear here, Mark. The hard joke. The woman is strong. She's the only female we're up. Whether she male, why she did, she been making a lot of sacrifice. So let's try and dress her properly.
Look
And
at
we will
he
not
had
take
a
that.
body.
No,
He had a
no, no, no,
body
no. We
coming
want
out
to
with the
clear that. We want to clear that, Lorena.
You don't mind.
I was,
Move between
I was
Lorena and myself. Like my Kennedy
I'm
there
a
about
proud
57.
midwife, a proud and passionate midwife, and if library comes to best midwife, I'm going to be in at number 10. I can say
So
for
I just
anybody.
wanted to make that
And then
one
number
clear. So
two, I'm number,
What
no,
do
give
you
me chance.
mean?
Number two, I'm not just a midwife, I just go catch baby. I am a midwife who have taught plenty people. I am a midwife
No
who
way that
have
you can address me while
published
Mayweather.
an article that plenty PhD people they do before. I am a maternal child
So
health
I'm not
specialist.
did my mayor yet to your team
So
program.
Lorena, then let me close now. I know you will have to do your closing.
Now, I never to my closing. And then how you started, so I started that.
Any kind of way you talking me
Okay,
while Mayweather.
so thank you, so Lorena. I wanted to make this announcement before I leave. On the 10th, we'll be in collaboration with the ULA women. The ULA women have they said no to drugs. I think it's headed by Sis Debatoze. So on that day, I think only our hosts will be here to be relaying the program. They will do it for the first 2 hours of our program. If they go beyond that, they have to pay for the service. So you that have the huge program that the Yuda women they will have guest speaker from around the world with the DEA boss. I think they have some government official appearing on our Zoom link because our platform will not take more than 20 people so that why they will not be here, but they will share the Zoom link while our show carrying it live. And by then I hope we'll be relaying on the radio of Voice of Tabitha as well. So the
Yeah.
10th, October 10th, that is next Friday. Our evening show will be 10 over to the Yuda Women program. So, Gion, they will contact you directly and they will work with you on getting that clear. But I told them when they go beyond 2 hours, they will pay for the rest of the time. So, here's my closing. I support the family setting at school. I support the family setting at school because
Don't in front of me again. I think you want me and I
eh,
come on.
No,
oh,
DK,
sorry,
give
because he said I thought
One time.
yeah, Mama, I beg you. Just let me stop it. Now go ahead. So Lavina, go ahead. I want to talk for you.
You already used to say they will grabbing your knee and carrying the walk around because why you not supposed to
No,
send your excuse?
stop acting. My argument about setting our school, it got nothing to do with J. Kun. It got nothing to do with Koga. My argument is the University of Liberia is right on Capitol Hill, opposite the executive mansion, opposite the legislature. The legislature, you can still you can and see the judiciary. The seat of our government, right here,
It located LU been closed for almost 6 months. If they can't solve LU problem, they can't solve PYJ University campus problem. School can just share that school, share the money, let children go and build some hustle for the family and go my place and do something with that money. That school, government will not give fund to that school because they're not giving it to their own school. They're not giving it to LU. Nobody will lie to you. They will play politics with you. The children will be there forever. I'm not blaming no politician. Let the family sell that school, sell it and do different things with that money. They can sell it to Baptist, to Meta, to whatever organization in the world. It made them not joke. Government lying to you, they will give you 2 million. And you only need 3 million to run and all their campus to meet conventional standards. 3 million, only thing you need to run and the family campus, to make it, the capital, to make it best. Government can get 3 million. They'll give it to you in Bokon Jine. They lie. All of them. Coca can there. They tell a lie. Jamaican can tell government to it a lie. You sell out your school and share the money. Government not give you nothing. Friend, they're not giving it to you before they give it to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Enemy of progress.
We are enemy of progress. I begin a bad begin.
I shop begin working grow. You put federal lazo in your body, say you not grow. I ain't there talking.
Only you can grow. You can now TV.
Say now we are on the phone, bro. Say now we are getting information to give it to the different person.
That is me working.
Go ahead, Grace, if you are there.
Okay, thank you. I hope that we are talking Sergio will not interrupt me today. Then let leaving. Let me make my point. Sergio. What I want to say, you are managing always say almost 70% of it. I would dive a little bit into the political aspect. You know, when Jim was speaking, you know, Sergio want to, you know, divert.
You look at me now.
If you like it or not,
please protect my lower Nima brother. Please protect my lower Nima brother. I beg you.
You know, during the funeral, for me, I'm looking at a different perspective. The family had right to set up property. We can't question them. But yeah, this is the political aspect I'm looking at. During the funeral in Ganta, go on YouTube and see it. The VP, our own dear big brother Nima, stood in Ganta and said we will protest in the Johnson legacy. My question now is, where is the legacy want to protect? The car that on the man fire go, the radio station down, the church to the Johnson House is now a keyboard era now. Now the divided now where Nima people looking up to is about to leave or to be, you know, they need to be changed. What the legacy that VP who want to protect? It doesn't need us in the Johnson. All the one when election time come, because they don't want to see that too. We'll see the hard too. Or are they waiting when capital to want to put another picture on the flyers and carry away as a legacy? I don't think so. The legacy is the BYJ put a tenant. It's the only legacy that Nima County people that we can look up to. I know that foreign people might be hurt or they want to sell a property, but I think if VP Cool is a higher man now for Nimba when it comes to government, you know, opposition. It's important for them to intervene in the process. We cannot sell for another sell a property as a property. But maybe when you intervene, maybe an intervention, it may bring that release, we don't know. So I don't want for others to say, oh, we can't hold in the Johnson or cook in the process. We will hold them. Everyone that don't contest us in the Johnson ticket Nima, who knows the Omen will hold in the process. We don't judge that way. Why the NDL is in the Johnson left down the NDL? That would be a legacy. The NDL now is going down the hole now. After 2029, there will be no NDL in Nima. Is that legacy want to protect? Is that legacy? What legacy the baby talking about yesterday? What legacy the Coca talking about yesterday want to protest in the Johnson legacy? Today, the Brewer Magazine said, the veteran said, the people in the school are our siblings. Like I have scholarship in that school. I had 10 person of another in our school. Where the money we have paid, they never completed the semester. Where the money go? Where the students they say over 1 year? What because of them? Then we sit here to say, oh, the good that I won't often. I don't think the students are good that I don't often. Then you should be the one to go to Nima and go to people like because it's on the ball. He's an active go chair. The students don't have to go to your office. The students have to say they have issues. So that, that the movie should go to Ganta, go to the university, meet with the students, and join their plot. When you can't send them Monrovia, they say, oh, the students go, gotta go there. We're gonna pay that way. Why the students go there? I don't think so. So let us speak the reality leaders. I don't think the president will because the Joseph made those people. But as in the Joseph, none of those people will be able to put in the air today. The Dadamu Kenya couldn't be to that place. The Phoebe could be to that place. Even most of them are Nema. If that's in the Joseph, they could be to that position. Where is the Joseph legacy? Where is the legacy going to protect tomorrow? Oh, we don't want to put us in the car and say, oh, we will protect the Joseph legacy to produce president before. Or we protect the Joseph legacy to produce senator before. Or when we put the 11th of camp to say, oh, we got 29 right? So Senator Joseph was our father. Senator Joseph lived our here on. Is that what we're waiting for? I think right now, it is time now to rally around the family. I know they're going through a lot. Like Junior said, that woman lost her son. After she lost her husband, she lost her son. I think that her son, I think she's going through a tough time. It's a tough time she's going through. And after the leaders in Nima, the superintendent, the VP, the senator, our leaders in Nima, it is time to run around institution. To run around institution. Those students have been standing for long, and they don't want to do it. The good mother just saying, AMEU. I had 2 students that were financial aid. They want to go to AMEU. They put that semester, they want September. The school couldn't honor it. They couldn't accept the contract. But we couldn't come to platforms them right on Facebook. I send them back to entry to university. They bring back and forth from that campus. So when the students get the contract, it is the contract from them. I have been honored by UL, or I have been honored by Cinema Reese. Where those students will go? It's a net to look here. Again, I know people say, oh, when you talk to the VP, they will get in there and feeding, and will take their soul, but we have to say it. Anything happen wrong, and a good thing happen to them, the VP will take the glory. And so the Joseph school now, they improve. They have all the best on that campus. They say the VP doing well. He protecting the main institution. But when they want to inquire happy, they will put finger on the VP. He like it or not, they will still put finger on him, and they will do it, 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 and they will do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
When you jump for your game, what when I feel your cup go on.
I didn't call you off today, Chris. I gave you your time. You spoke. I gave Mr. Marvis.
Call me off. But you're not bad.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, go ahead, madam.
And when you call it, I will hack this over 3 weeks. You're not coming so here.
Okay, so like I said,
I come when
say I want no RD. We don't know RD. Look at him.
My friend now, I ain't go to RD school. Nima University.
Go ahead, man. Larina, go ahead.
As the only female, the only midwife on this show, in my mouth, blue one voice. For me, this discussion is not one I'm happy with. Because whether you benefited for PYJ directly, whether you benefited indirectly, the fact of the matter is there was one time in the history of Lima that we needed a name for PYJ, and without him, a lot would have gone wrong. So we all indirectly and directly owe him that moral obligation. That to now one called the Minister Deba Johnson, she said, the first she said, I know because they say they come and say your pastor, why you calling for? Because you can't call people. I said, sorry, Minister, will visit you next week Wednesday. And we started having discussion. So it's that of discussion for me when people say, oh, let's do this. But on the other hand, while we painted the student condition, according to the school, they had almost 300 students in the school before the passing of Senator Johnson, and maybe 280 or so before the passing of Senator Johnson. And then since then, the school has not been in session. While some of the students are left and going to NU, some are going come tomorrow for studies. But it's still a burden because even going to NU, you thinking about paying rent and all those things. Maybe in Ghana, you got a family that you stopping with. So I pity the students' condition. But on the other hand, if the family, especially Mrs. Johnson, decides that okay, I cannot run the school, so I think setting the school or giving the school out is my best decision. We cannot also, force her. We can only negotiate with her. I mean, we stakeholders of NIMA can only negotiate with her like they have been doing that I know of. I know for a fact that the school is going through crisis. I know for a fact that it been like almost a year or 2 semesters. I know that for a fact. But equally so, the final decision will come from Senator Johnson. I mean, not Senator Johnson, Mistress Johnson. So it's nothing to make politics allow. Yeah, we know the senator, the late senator made the current person who was our vice president, he made him. But then, even if VP Kun was a biological son to PYJ, in the absence of a will, PYJ can, I mean, VP Kun cannot force Madam Johnson to do otherwise unless what she decides to do. So I know there was suggestion on the table about NU, that mean the campus becoming Nima University PYJ campus, and then she gets percentage, annually, whether the annual week you want to quarterly whatever agreement. If that discussion did not hold water, and then she decides that the best thing to do to sell the camp to sell the school, I mean, we cannot also force her. So it's no politics about it. For me, my concern is like I said, for the students, though they will not be, they didn't end, going to get a transcript that will enable them to enroll at other universities smoothly without, oh, you have to go start from freshman, you have to do that. I don't know why in Liberia is like that. Somebody leaves on a year, my daughter left when she was in UMU or 10th semester. She went to India and she didn't have to take entrance. And she started from the same semester, she got a bachelor, now she's doing a master. But in Liberia, when you come from UMU, you go to that school, then they want you to go take entrance. So like my person was saying, that barrier to be broken by the NCHE. So for me, it's like I said, I'm not going to argue with them because there's nothing more to argue with them. But because whether he's playing politics out of A, whatever it is, the father is he's affected, he's a victim of a situation. So, and I would just pray and hope that tomorrow, I mean, when I say tomorrow, like anytime they are able to get a transcript, if the school will be sold for truth, or if the people who are buying the school, the new university will accept them and continue from the level they are at. If it is truth, I cannot speak to that because I'm not one of the Johnson, though indirectly we all as Nimbayan are benefited from him. But when it comes to his property, the wealth has the last saying. If Senator Johnson had left a will and say, in case I die in the future, then university for Nima people that are different to talking here. We're not be talking to talking now because if anybody wants to say another person will get have to contend with. But the fact that there was never a will left, we can only, we can only say what we're saying and hope that it is not true. But if it is true, my prayer that you get a transcript and smooth transition to another university. That's what I would like to see.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Mark Bloom, what say you on this issue after you go to Aloysius? Aloysius, welcome to the show. Mark, let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you. Firstly, I want to be grateful to all of you for being here while we were been away. I'm currently in Lovely Boy and Kula Administrative District.
Thank you for the building, Chief.
We'll continue to build. We'll continue to build. When we die, we'll be fighting away the same way. Moreover, Nest. After Lovely, Moreover, Nest. We'll continue to do. But again, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you who have been a little bit busy. Because they are leaving 1 or 2 months that we have when school closes. We can make another use of that because when school is in session, we can be more busy on campus. But I want to appreciate all of you Shadrach sent $100 today and deliver it to the bulk AB. And tomorrow when I passing to go to Uganda, I'll conclude on the payment and then we will just send it by motor Bible to carry to Mr. Bandu interpreter. So hopefully over the weekend maybe we might be connected to Mr. Badu or Monday after he had done all of his connections. So we want to appreciate you people who also contributed to the donation. We want to add it on and conclude the payment. But even if you are not come, I already talked to AB to give him the phone on Wednesday. So he was supposed to pick you on Wednesday. I have a full friend who can go to the tablet and back end. Because we wanted him to take phone of his choice. Again, all of you have said some things that are important to the matter. As Lorena said, what matters most is what Madam Johnson will say. But trust me, I can say to you, nobody has had any enrichment about selling the school. If someone ever came up on the show tonight to say the school has been sold, I think it's far from true. They are just looking for government attention. Verse out of politics. If this government had been the past government, I believe that by this time, I believe we wouldn't have been called university. Because to establish a school for the first time, to just give it a BSc status and make it a university, all university, I didn't see that happening. They all started from somewhere and started climbing up gradually. And I think what all that was done for Senator Johnson was, it was just to keep his legacy and make sure that the dream he had for the people of Nimba also come to fruition. That was the reason for which they just gave the building the university status. And when that status was given, there were so many folks from even Nimba who condemned the process by allowing the school to just start from BSc straight. There was a lot of argument. Even people said children should not go to the school because if it carries Senator Johnson's name, it will not be good for their credential. With some of us arguing, because what you learning is not about Senator Johnson. And what you are also learning is about yourself, is not about another person. So I think you can even go in the kitchen and learn from there. When you even go in the bathroom, you will learn from there because you will be getting to notice that most of the bath soaps nowadays have been made in Indonesia. So when someone wants to bring that argument, maybe you can cleverly make your way through and get yourself done. But like she said, I have not spoken to Senator Johnson's wife, but no arrangement of such have been done. People are telling me to it, people are calling me from all around the world. Let's say now they're saying Senator Johnson's property. We know that nobody is going to say that. There have been an arrangement that those attending the Nimba University, for those that are doing their senior courses, from first semester senior course to second semester senior course, those who will be there, they should be able to go from all of the colleges. They should be able to go to Uganda to conclude their education, because the school is getting overly populated on a daily basis. Like the entrance that was given in recent days, the turnout was also huge. So there was arrangement that started. But there are a lot of things that are going on. I understood Senator Johnson told me that he received a little over 150,000 from the previous government as a subsidy for the institution. But then when the budget was submitted last year, they were asking him to bring the usage of the money before they can put him into the budget to allot any money for him as a subsidy. So his argument was, he was told that they were going to give him 400,000. Why is it now that they're trying to ask for the previous money. So he told them the previous money had not been used. Because at the end of every semester, you always go in your personal cover and pay the instructors that are in the school. Because what being generated from there cannot help me to do full payment of the teachers' salaries and other maintenance work. So it went there one semester while Senator Johnson was alive, the children were not going to school. If Roden were on the show, Roden supposed to be sincere to the public that they went one semester without going to school while Senator Johnson was alive. Even so many people were owing the school because many persons can send children to school nowadays to just go on the campus and then they go to settle the area with the institution. So there were so many persons here who sent people there. They were also after them to do full payment. So Senator Johnson was a little bit angry that you cannot run the institution. Then at the end of the day, you can't be able to do full payment of teachers' salaries. So he discussed that with me. He said, I never knew that people were going to be asking me for the usage of the previous money that was given to me before we can go into that. But I told them I had not used the money because the place I want the money to reach before I can start using it, they are not reaching. So I placed the money in an account. And where we are today, watch out of politics. Anything that the government wants to do for the institution, they might not need to accept it first. Also, the children also need to be involved. All of you know the law. Even if people marry, there are some things that the family too had to make as an input. So I don't think the children had to make an input. We got people who had to their share, and we have people who have 1/4 share. All of those things are being outlined in the Constitution. Lorena already here doing NGO job before she would travel. They were all into it. Before the rape case, we even start getting serious here. All of those things, it came from the G matter. We all signed here. So most of those things are things that people take into human rights consideration. So for the government to go and take the institution and start running it, I don't think, I'm not a Unity Party partisan, but the government belongs to the people of Liberia. All of us are members of this government. The fact that we can sit somewhere and also our security is being given, our well-being is being looked after by the government, we're also part of the government. So if the family cannot come up with some decision, the government will not yet jump up and forcibly take the bidding from the people and start making use out of it. Okun will not jump on its own to just take the people's property. To just take the people's property, he start making use out of it. The people should come up with certain things to say that this is what we want to be done. Even if we are carrying the institution to high school status, to even name it as migrant institution, and it's a high school, that at the end of the semester or at the end of the academic year, I should be able to give something to the family that one need to be arranged. You cannot just take the country budget and just put it behind the institution. Budget that we using today in this country is something that people can go look for all in a corner. People passing at those bypasses, people will grab them to pay tax, and the money should be used for the internal purpose or purposes. So if we are giving subsidy as a government to the institution should be on course with how budget are being given, the allotment are being done, how the best uses can be done. But I know there's no way that Manager Johnson can look at that property and sell it for even 10 million, and then they eat the 10 million within 2 years time, while different persons will be enjoying the pay. The paper we're playing with today is very slippery. The institution being that even if someone will be giving 10,000 US at the end of every academic year, if it is a high school, I think it will be necessary than selling it. But to blame government, I know the children want to go to school. That's why they bring you on the topic. I saw the thing on social media when I was driving, coming to Lovely this evening. People started calling me from Australia, from Canada, and other places, asking me. I said, no, nothing of such. I spoke to the woman this morning many times. We found a better job. We can call, we speak to her. I spoke to her this morning. Everything, she said everything was okay. I didn't hear that. Before I could come on the show now, I saw it from our WhatsApp chat room. Now I just managed myself to come and sit outside and be part of the show because I'm not going back to Uganda. So that's why you see my background is more darker. But we stood our ground. At least we talked to panels, and we had a 4G second in my home that other guys on the show don't have in their home. So we just want to
So,
say
don't
those
talk to
children are
young
looking
people.
for. But you will go doubly and be communicating in doubly.
Don't
Why
talk
you
to
want to
young
argue?
people. I beg you.
Yeah.
Tell me.
No, I ain't
Yeah, when
talking. I'm
you
only
talk,
talking
you
about
don't talk.
dumpling. You know the
I
only
want
name for dumpling must be from dumpling.
you know the pastor said.
The good thing about dumpling that we trust is dumpling. People can accept truth. They can talk truth. So if we tell you say no 4G in dumpling, you must accept the fact that no 4G there.
No,
So
one
to
more Jesus.
conclude, so so to conclude, I just want to say, they put this out of politics. We know that the children want to go to school. Some of them in Canton, at least their parents build houses there. They can yet walk and go on campus. Because if you even going from Guinea Road to go on campus, that's $50. But if someone live in Park and you going on LU campus, it don't mean campus or fender, you pay more than $50 to go. And you pay more than $50 to come back. So I think education is the same because the curriculum is what running through the education system and everyone is going by that. It just left for you now to see how you can study and do your research and then you will cope with the lesson. So you cannot blow an alarm that will make the country to stand up on ground and they said they are so Senator Johnson school and people want to shave you on the government. The government got no authority over the school. The family should be the one to be going with what they feel is good for them to the government so the government too can also help in that. Senator Johnson is a man was a man who also helped this our country in every direction, like Lorena said. When it came to peace, he was also peaceful. When it is about decision making in the country, you are also there. When it's about standing in the gap for people, you are also there. And all of us here today, there's no way that we can forget about Senator Johnson. Anybody even want to give me tangy job because I affiliated with Senator Johnson, you don't want to give it to me, I'm happy. But there's no way that I can throw Senator Johnson out. Because all of the six houses we are in Lovely were all burned down because my older brothers and my uncle, they all stood on the side of Senator Johnson during the civil crisis and they were in the IMPFL. And then we told Ashima we could not stand in the midst of people to talk in Nima County here. So there's no way that someone can throw Senator Johnson out of my blood. So,
Thank you.
but
Thank
let the
you.
family come out to say what they want the government to do for them, then the government can start making it. But Sir Jose already told us that hopefully by February, the school will come to a startup course and will start with full stream academic year and they will be going on with all of those things smoothly. So let us now call government attention in the way that we play in politics. Thank you.
Yeah, and I
Aloysius,
just wanted to say that
you have a
last
agreement.
budget, the school received 100,000 last budget.
All right.
So,
Thank
uh,
you.
thank
Aloysius,
you
let's
so
hear
much.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much for upkeeping the show. I've been away again for some reason. And unfortunately, quite recently, the game lost a lot of people. My uncle and little brother just passed away. My nephew just passed away about 2 days ago. The game, so we've been down with family issues.
My condolences to you and the family, Aloysius.
Yeah, thank you so much. So,
Take courage.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, this issue of the PYJ school is something. It is for me. I see it bigger than than the school. And PYJ was a revolutionarist, uh, and he helped people, and again, also harm other people. And when it comes to politics, PYJ did a lot of things as well. Like at some point, there were, cry for Nima intellectual community that PYJ is stepping on them and they're not getting anything from PYJ. So PYJ, while it's true that he created friendship for himself, he also created a lot of enemies also for himself, even both in Liberia and abroad. And so there are people who don't want to see Senator Johnson's legacy. Let's be honest about this thing. And somebody is saying we shouldn't, politicize it. Nobody politicizing it. people just explaining what is happening. And anybody, whether from the family side, from the governmental side, whatsoever corner they may come from, to even have that slightest thought of selling Senator Johnson legacy, that person or those group of people, they are the enemy of Senator Johnson. Whosoever, whether from the family side, from anywhere for that matter. Because PYJ legacy is I mean, that school is one of PYJ legacies. And you see some of the senators in Liberia today, some of the representative government officials who are building institutions in their homes, in their other in their constituency and other places, whether academic or other things, it is because of Senator Johnson, moved to do things in Nima. Even though he did it for himself, but people saw that as a challenge, and then they are now doing it for themselves as well, and at the same time helping their community. So there are not a lot that school get to offer to the people of Nima than it being classified as Senator Johnson property. People maybe in Nima who don't want to see that school, and they're doing everything possible they can. And it is incumbent on Senator Johnson's wife, the family, and people who work along with Senator Johnson politically. We are talking about, when it comes to family, we're talking about Honorable Koga. Honorable Koga, we saw him jumping over Senator Johnson's body. We saw that. He wants to maintain his legacy. So what is the legacy you want to maintain if you sit there for Senator Johnson property to be sold? What is the legacy is he fighting for? Is it a political legacy? Just to go and tell the people, say, oh, Senator Johnson say we should unite? Is that all? And unite, unification you're talking about for him to become senator or to become president or vice president or whatever position you want in the need of Nima unification? And the person who introduced that concept, you don't want to protect his property? And then we go again to Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn. Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn is the second most powerful person in Liberia right now as we speak. And he also had connection with the family. So he needs to work along with the family as well. The family may not have all of the ideas, all of the friendship, all of the individual they can work with. But they can work, they can go to the family and find a way forward. And we also go to even the president of the Republic of Liberia, because Senator Johnson was with them when he passed away. So they cannot sit there and allow the man's legacy to be destroyed by his enemies, a political rival. And so if they support that, then they all are political rival to Senator Johnson. And because they never had a chance of fighting, now they are fighting his property, his legacy. So the Koga, Honorable Koga himself, he got a lot to do with that property. So is Jeremiah Kuhn as well. And then we go to the President of the Republic of Liberia. But if they cannot do anything, the family should find a way forward instead of selling that property. When they sell that property, they want to live in grief. The worst thing going to happen will be Senator Johnny's children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren passing by that property where their father, their great-grandfather, or whatsoever relationship could be by then, at that time. And then for other people to enjoy, other people to sit over it. So it will be a shame to the family, a disgrace, in my opinion, to Senator Johnson's family, a political friends, and all that embrace Senator Johnson. So they need to work together. If none of the things, none of the people that work in the family should find people that they can work with, that they can do business with, they can join. They will sell share. They can sell share to people to run our school. Then to sell it, the worst thing in their entire life will be selling our school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Madam Lorena, you wanted to chip in for 30 seconds before we end the show. Let's hear you.
So, Mr. Bumi, I just wanted to say two things. I don't work in the office of the vice president, but I just want to say things that I know about because Tato Wankeyo is the current chair on the board of the PYJ University, and he also is the executive director at the National Commission on Higher Education, and he's a personal friend. I think Mark knows that. He's a personal friend here. Before PYJ passing, they used to be on the phone, they would be discussing about when you were with ERBC, when you were Sawyer, in a young boy age, they are very close. So there are two suggestions that were made. And I sat in one of those meetings because I escorted Tato Wankeyo to the VP office. So the two suggestions made was, okay, the woman has said she's not able to run the school at all. And so the VP said two things. Either go and discuss with the children if you agree. The school can be like, it can be Nima University PYJ campus. Like the same way they got, how you call, University of Labrador and they got a satellite campus in Sinje, Grand Cape, Mokante. And then every year, you will get percentage for, the school can pay minimum amount because if it now come on a Nima University, it will be do registration, which is the $50 depending the kind of course you're doing. If you're doing the science courses, it's about $50. And so from that intake, she's going to get percentage. That's one. And then two, if you're not going to run the school at all, the government can buy the school. But for me to buy the school, it will not give a good image. It will be interpreted differently. That the two suggestions were given to go and discuss with the children. And it was, she came back to that one and said, I put that number in the chat where I can even call him, and said that she agreed to the school be Nima University PYJ campus and she get a percentage because the government now will take care of all the operation, the administrative, everything. That's what I know of. So the issue of the new issue that is being discussed now, I heard that on Monday. On Monday, there's a student from Nima who got scholarship, one attestation, and so they called me to do that attestation. So I said, okay, so I went there to make sure it is done so that I can sign the thing because Barry is so getting in 7 working days, in 7 business days rather. But I decided to go so that I can sign it for me to put get it. Since because they need to have gone Ghana on Wednesday. In fact, they already in Ghana for their visa. So I was in that office on Monday when I heard a new discussion. And like I said from the beginning of the show, I don't want to say a lot of things about this thing because it will be that I'm quoting my boss, but I know the school is in crisis. So it's not that Senator Kuhn President Kuhn didn't care. He offered two suggestions. But you and myself know that the woman is the only person who can give the final decision about that school. So we just need to pray to her all in buying so that she can take the decision that will maintain the legacy. But nobody can force the woman to, say, oh, I don't want to do the one, I want to do the one. They can just appeal to her.
Yeah. So thank you so much. We all have been reading Bible and listening, going to church. There's a story about a missing child that 2 women found. And then a king made a suggestion that we should divide the child. We should split the child into 2. And one agreed, and the other one that did not agree. And it was realized that the one who did not agree had pity on the child, not only because the child was for that woman, but she also had pity on him being divided. Even though she never also wanted for a child to be killed, but she also got human feeling. And the other woman said, let's divide, because all she wanted for things to be destroyed. So if somebody is somewhere saying, let's share it, or let's sell this school, that person have sat down and done a lot of analysis that in the near future, it will not benefit anything for the school. So the only thing they can do is to sell the school, and then the entire children, the rest of the family become loser. So the person who talking about selling the school, that person want for the entire family to lose. And on the show, I'm saying the family should not agree. If it is the woman who say, Mrs. Johnson, who saying they should sell the school, it means that she does not want for that for other children to benefit from that school. Because it's understood that she lost her only child. And then in the future, she doesn't have anybody. And so because of that, the only thing they can do is to sell the school. If she tell it, for me, in my own analysis, from that point, maybe that was it. Well, I know she will not do that. I believe she's not saying it. Anybody who say they want to destroy Senator Johnson's legacy, in short, nobody should
You're
support that.
not taking as a rumor, and then when it's happening, we can discuss it the other way. So
No, we will not want it happen. We will not want it happen to discuss it. So we're discussing it to stop them from doing it. We're preventing the queue. That's what we're doing. We're preventing.
So thank you, John. Before we close, I know what Sis Lorena said. Orokun was just making that input in my belief, but the way he did E&J. E&J belongs to Senator Orokun, and it's a personal property of Orokun. So now, because the government now have good institution when it comes to the health sector in Ganto, and Ganto is a poorly populated area, he decided to give it for some period of time. So in my mind, it was the same proposal that you were putting before the woman, but that is left with her to take the best decision. You give it to the government run it, and what the government got to do for you, do it. The only thing is you keep your husband's name perpetually. It could be Nima University, and then it could also carry the PYG name, and then it could also be in your best interest. And whatsoever there as a subsidy that going for you as an allotment, something can be given to you as a family to run your affairs. Through that, you can do other things. You can even use the money to pay housing. Because housing by someone enter the housing, the person will always take care of the area. Only so that there will be some deduction on some of the major renovation works that will be done. So I don't think it's been done. It was said because he does not want to see Senator Johnson legacy, or he does not want to see Senator Johnson becoming, or the children becoming somebody to benefit the property that are part of me. No. But what they can do to secure what was left behind so that it can help the children.
Thank you so much, Mark, and thank you to all the panelists for being here
But
tonight.
all I can say to you, we will find our way to communicate with the man tonight. If it all goes successful with us, we will pull all data. Even if she appear on the show for 30 minutes to make clarity, we will do.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you
that would
very,
be
very
great.
much. We will appreciate that. And thank you to all the panelists for being here tonight. Hopefully, we'll be here again tomorrow to run the show. Thank you guys for being here.
And Junior, let Ivan reach out to